Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises
to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI,
Jump on the Elder Apostles, a great millstone that taught us his truth. And blessings all you sincere labors out there. Alright, push this truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. Hopeful members of the elect. Alright? And we're just going to get right into it. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, start at the top. It's verse 1. The word that the Lord Yahweh spake against Babylon.
Alright, the Heavenly Father, alright, the one who word he calls God, man. He spoke against Babylon. Alright? And what is Babylon today? Babylon is America. Okay? Babylon, if you do the history on Babylon, alright, it was a place where there was a bunch of confusion. They was all speaking one language. Alright? There's all worshiping these different gods. Okay, and that all goes down here in America. Alright? Bunch of confusion. Alright, you have fruits with no seeds. You have a person that appears as a woman, which really is a man. Alright? You have the women ruling over men. Okay? So this land is a bunch of confusion. So these are the words that the Most High spake. Okay? To this modern day Babylon, aka America. Go ahead.
And against the land of the Chaldeans, by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, and publish, and set up a standard.
Declare ye among the nations and publish. What are we publishing, man? These words of YAHAWASHI, which is prophecy, man. Okay? Get Jeremiah 28. Alright?
Spirit, because I went into the word publish on the way here. And you go to Psalm 68 and 11. That word publish is Bashar, which means to preach good tidings. To preach. That's what we're doing, yep.
Preach good tidings. Why? Going back to one of my favorite scriptures, Luke 4:17, Yahweh spake. I came to preach deliverance to the captives, man. Alright, so that's the good tidings. Alright, to let you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, alright, know that the Lord is getting ready to deliver you, alright, from this God-forsaken place, man. Alright, from captivity. Okay? And destroy it, and the Lord's coming back to destroy America, and you Edomites, you so-called white people within it, man.
That's right.
Alright, go ahead. Read that for me.
Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
Prophesied both against many countries. That's why we're publishing it, man. We're preaching the good tidings. Because the destruction of America will bring in the salvation and the rising of the elect, the nation of Israel, the kingdom of heaven, man. That was promised unto us. Go ahead.
And against great kingdoms.
And against great kingdoms. And America is one of the greatest kingdoms to ever surface. Right. Okay, so we're prophesying against great kingdoms. All right, go ahead.
Of war,
and great war is coming to America. All right, America is getting ready to enter into a third world war. All right, due to try to pretty much
overthrow Venezuela.
And to pretty much try to get out of this depression, man. Because every time there's a world war, it's America trying to get out of this depression, man. Okay, so the petrodollar is getting ready to be diminished, losing its power. So in order for America to obtain that dominance, okay, they have to go to war. Because you got all these countries forsaking America. You got all these countries ditching the U.S. dollar. All right. So what America has to do? America has to declare war on all these countries, man. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, maintaining the hegemony of these other nations, or what they call national security, the fact that they are not ruling over everybody else.
Exactly. That's due to the petrodollar. Right? It's currency. Go ahead.
Of evil.
All right, and we're letting you know that great evil is coming to the shores of America. Great evil is coming to the world. Okay? Because great evil is already surfacing, man. Look at Venezuela as we go. All right, hyperinflation, starvation. Okay, they just had a recent power outage. Okay, so great evil is coming. You got uproars of the people, pestilence. Okay, shortages of food. All those evils are coming to a city near you, man. It's gonna hit home soon. All right, go ahead.
And of pestilence, the prophet which prophesied for peace, with the word of the prophet shall come to pass. Then shall the prophet be known that the Lord, YAHAWASHI,
That's in him, right?
have truly sent him.
Exactly. So when these things come to pass, then we gonna know who the real who the real prophets were, man. Because we got a lot of our people and a lot of prophets out there prophesying of prosperity, prophesying of building up here in America. But when all things begin to fall, all right, and destruction is coming to this place, they can be like, oh, well, those men of great millstone, all right, and those teaching the same doctrine was right, man. Okay. Now go back to Jeremiah 50, go for sure.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 2. Declare ye among the nations.
Declare ye this among the nations, man. All nations draw near, all nations come. Why? Because this got something to do with you too, man. Nobody's going to be exempt from this. The scriptures say multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, man. All right, so nobody is going to be exempt from this, man. All right, that's why they just passed that bill for what, the women, okay? The women can now be drafted into war because we need bodies. That's all it is. Here go a gun. We just need bodies thrown out there. That's it, man.
We need boots on the ground.
That's it. We just need numbers. Whether we can get it through women, whether we can get it through men, we just need some numbers out there because it's gonna be a bloodbath. All right. It ain't gonna be no more. You know, the soldiers coming to your house with a flag wrapped around, the hand to your mother.
Your white gloves on.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be like that no more because it's gonna be such a bloodbath. You ain't gonna have time. You know, you ain't gonna have time to come knock on their door and say, "Oh, your son has died." They gonna run out of soldiers to do that shit, man. All right.
Hey, this brother got something after that too.
This is real quick. Second Esdras chapter 16 and verse 34. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and the husbands shall perish of famine. Hear these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. I think I was trying to get about how they're going to be gone out in wars.
That was it. Yeah, that was the one. Read it again, Baba Kasha, so you can understand it. Read it one more time.
Yeah, I might have read it.
Matter of fact, read one verse up.
Yeah, that's what it is, 33. This is Second Esdras chapter 16, verse 33. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. And in the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and the husbands shall perish of famine.
Exactly, man. So, all you troops, all right, you troops that's deployed, you active duty troops, and also you in reserves. Okay, you're not coming back home. Don't every president they say oh, I'm gonna bring the troops back home. Every one of them say that. Oh, we're pulling troops out of here. We're pulling troops out of Syria. We're pulling troops out of Iran. You know, so on and so forth. But then what happened? Oh no, we're gonna keep 2,000 troops here. Or they end up starting another war, man. Right? So that's not in the intentions of the Lord to, you know, it's a time of war, as Ecclesiastes the 3rd chapter says. All right, hey, Dawg, you have something?
No, but I can speak on that Joel 3 and 3 talk about gathering them in the nations.
Yeah, you can get that.
This Joel, I was holding Joel 2, but this Joel 3 and 2. I will also gather all nations. It says, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of YAHAWASHI.
Exactly. I will also gather all nations, man. So none of the nations going to exempt, because why? The Lord say, I will plead, you know, against the nations for my people, man. The scripture saying, what kingdom or what nation has had not a part in her spoil? All right. So all nations have to drink of that cup. All nations, mighty men are going to be destroyed. The Lord said, I see, Jeremiah said, all right, I see every man with their hands on their loins, man. Okay. You're going to be drafted into this war, and it's going to be something that, yo, it's going to be bad, man. All right. I remember watching them World War II and World War I documentaries. Like, as soon as you get off the ship, it's like a suicide mission. As soon as you get off the ship,
D-Day.
yeah, as soon as you get off the ship, it's like you getting dropped as soon as you get off. Bam, 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 bam. It's like,
and he not lying.
Yeah, it makes no sense,
in
bro.
In the perfect movie, they give a great example of that. It's the beginning of Saving Private Ryan with Tom Hanks. That's a prime example of what they're talking about.
That's real life.
That's a straight bloodbath.
In school, in high school, when I learned U.S. history, they showed them same clips. As soon as men just start getting off the boat, it's like, it was just a draw, man. It's like probability. It's a good cause that I'm going to send 500 of you out, but only 200 of you going to make it even to the shores. Because, you know, 300 of you just going to get dropped as soon as you get off the ship.
They call them
You know?
casualties of war.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Same thing with 9/11. Oh, you know what? We're gonna kill 3,000 people so that we can. These are casualties of war, so that we can actually start a war in the Middle East, so we can get their oil.
Done.
That's
It's
all
like
it is.
even in a hostage situation, where they say we already know that a certain percentage of the hostages are going to get killed.
Right.
They already take that in consideration.
Because
Yeah.
the whole time, yeah, that's true. The whole time they talking, they trying to negotiate, but then you got SWAT coming through the ceiling, coming all up out. Yeah, because they buying time. That's what Esau do. That's snake.
Yep. So you know, that's what's gonna happen, man. All right. And it ain't gonna be time for them to go over and pick up the bodies. You know how they go, no soldier left behind. All that in that day, all those morals, all those rules of war, all those gonna go out the window, man. Because it's just gonna be such a bloodbath. All right. And we come into those times. Go ahead.
It's Joel 3 and 2 again. I will gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of YAHAWASHI, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage.
Exactly,
Israel.
for my people and for my heritage Israel. So the Lord is preparing a great slaughter for all you nations, man. You Chinese, you Japanese, all right, you Russians, all you European Edomites, okay, you Africans, all right, you Ishmaelites. Ishmael, the scripture say Ishmael shall be a wild man, so Ishmael gonna play a big part in this as well, man. All right, go. That was it on that.
It says, whom have scattered, it says, I will plead with them there for my people and my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land.
Exactly, whom they had scattered among the nations, because Israel is led in captivity under all nations, man, on the planet. Okay, no matter where so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are, they're pretty much, being oppressed wherever they are, man. The curses cleave onto them.
Right.
It shall be a proverb and a byword. All right, cursed shall they be in the field. The field is the earth, it's the world, man. All right, so go back to Jeremiah 50, Baba Show.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 2. Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken.
Conceal not. If you have a concealed weapon, you have it hid. So the Lord say conceal it not. Conceal it not. Show it, man.
Yep.
Bring forth, and that's what we're doing. We out here on the highways and the byways, man. We out here on the fronts, man. Declaring the end, man. Okay? Declaring the prophecies of the Lord. Things that must come to pass, that surely must come to pass, man. All right? Because you people, the majority of these people have absolutely no idea what's getting ready to take place here in America and all over the world, all over certain parts of the world, man. All right? They're completely lost. They sleep. All right? And right now they're about to get a rude awakening, man. This is going to be the ultimate rude awakening. Okay? Go ahead.
Say Babylon is taken.
Babylon is taken, man. This is a prophecy that's already taken place, man. That's already happened in the future. We just waiting to play it out. Babylon is taken. America is going to be taken, man. Go ahead.
Bel is confounded.
Bel is confounded. And what? Bel was the chief god of the Babylonians.
Yep.
Okay? Bel. Baal. Go ahead.
Merodach is broken in pieces.
Yep.
Her idols are confounded.
Her idols are confounded. So all these gods of America, all these false gods, all of them has been confounded. Why? Because you got the true men of the Lord coming out here prophesying, man, and casting down these strongholds, man. The scripture say casting down strongholds, casting down everything that exalts itself over the knowledge of YAHAWASHI, man. All right? Go ahead.
Her images are broken in pieces.
Her images are broken in pieces, man. All this false idolatry, all right, this false worship, all this stuff, man. All this stuff has been confounded. Why? Because you got men of the Lord that's woken up to these lies, man, to this covering cast, man. All right, there's been a mass awakening that's taking place, man. Okay, so all those false idols, all those lies, everything, all those things are being exposed right now, right here in these times, man.
That skirt being lifted up.
Exactly. Okay, all your witchcraft due to your pharmacy, all right, all your false lies and the bourgeois that you set up to be the son of man.
The hypocrisy.
Okay, the hypocrisy, all those things are being confounded, man. All right, go ahead.
For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her.
Out of the north that come up a nation against her. That's talking about Russia, man. All right. Go ahead,
Which shall make her land desolate.
Which shall make her land desolate, man. and America is gonna be desolate, all right, due to thermonuclear missiles, man.
Let's say in 1 hour.
Yep.
It shall be destroyed in 1 hour.
Exactly.
And now Russia got this hypersonic missile. It can go underwater and then shoot, come back up. Poseidon. And you know, I think Poseidon is one of the gods on the Greek gods. It's the god of the ocean. One of their gods. Yeah, one of their gods. Exactly, one of their gods. You know. Matter of fact, didn't they have a movie called Poseidon? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. When they had, matter of fact, they went to the planet where they claimed that God lived at. Wasn't that it? Was that movie? No, oh, I'm sorry, Prometheus. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was saying Poseidon was a ship, like
it was a ship,
like after the Titanic.
They got a Prometheus. Russia got the S-500. It's called S-500 Prometheus.
Oh, really?
And I think Prometheus got something to do with one of the gods that stole fire or something like that and brought fire.
Yep, because Prometheus.
Statue of Liberty.
Exactly. Prometheus. That's Prometheus.
She hold a torch of Prometheus.
Right. Yep. At the same time, that's gonna be that S-500 system, which is gonna also be a defensive missile, and they got that super long range on that ass. So I mean, hey, bringing that fire, they coming with the light.
All right.
Go ahead.
Which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein.
And none shall dwell therein, man. Hey, right now it's hard to believe, you know, to you people on the outside looking in, that nothing ain't gonna dwell here. You know, you tell people America's gonna be destroyed, they you know, they laugh at you like, yeah, right. You know what I mean? We're the greatest kingdom, or they say, well, we're the greatest kingdom to ever live.
But before pride comes destruction.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But you didn't consider the power of YAHAWASHI, man. All right, the power of the Most High. Going back to Romans the 9th chapter, it said pretty much what then that the Most High should show his power. He raised up Pharaoh and hardened his heart, man. All to show his power. And that's you people, and you know that's a damn shame, man. Because at the same time, you people underestimate the power of the Most High, man. All right, y'all claim y'all know God, y'all know the Most High, but when he says he gonna destroy America, all right, to the point it ain't gonna be now left one stone thrown down. All right, you laugh at that. You think it's too far fetched. You underestimate the power of the Most High because you wonder why you don't really believe in the Most High, man. All right, but you gonna see, man. When the Lord bring these missiles and nuke this place, you gonna see this place completely swept clean, man. All right. That destroying wind that shall sweep, man. Okay? Somebody has something?
I got one thing just to back you up. This is Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So that's the prime example of what the brother was saying. Like, these people think it's far-fetched that America won't be destroyed. But I'm going to read it one more time for this brother. Now, you good, brother. Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say...
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say...
The evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Exactly, and that ain't gonna come. Not in this lifetime, you know. Maybe years from now.
Maybe my grandkids.
Yeah, but not in this lifetime. The evil shall not overtake us, and that's how they see it. If you can get that in Ecclesiastes real quick, those sentences of
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Because you know the Most High he not acting like right now at this moment, man.
They think he procrastinating.
You know? Exactly. And you know which is that just not spiritual. The Lord's not dealing with him. He blinded them, man. Because as we can see, you can let's speak about the prudent man. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hide himself, man. All right. So these people aren't prudent. Okay. Because the Spirit of the Lord is not dwelling on them. You can clearly see America is on its way out of here. All right. Stop watching this mainstream media, man. They got you all bugged out, man.
Yeah,
that's why I say you drunken, but not off wine. All right, you got real life shit taking place every single day, man.
Bro, I swear, I don't know what happened, but YouTube has started showing 2018 Miami, like South Beach during spring break. Bro, Jake just going out there in complete folly, man. Women putting cakes of makeup on. Jake's walking around with their shirts off. Everybody trying to get drunk and trying to get laid. Babylon.
Great Babylon.
That's
man.
it, bro. Like they really can't foresee what's to come. The evils to come, bro. It's just crazy. But I got whenever you ready, brother.
Go ahead.
I'm like, man, these people bugged out. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
That's why they say the evil shall not overtake us, man. Right. Because it's not executed speedily. So what, you think you can continue to do your thing? Like an analogy you always like to use, man. That straw that broke the camel's back. All right? You can put a whole bunch of straws on that camel. So eventually where you put that one on and it's just too heavy, and then that's the one that just broke his back, man.
Yeah.
Okay? Go ahead.
Come.
That was it on
No,
that?
no, no,
All right.
brother, I got you. Verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times,
Yep.
and his days be prolonged.
And his days be prolonged, man. That's why the scriptures say, envy not the wicked. Okay? Because why? The wicked is prospering. And right now we're talking about the wicked of our people. They're prospering, man. All right? They're not in trouble like us. Why? They done sold out. They done lost their soul and sold out, man. Okay? So they doing good. They doing good. They doing well for themselves, man. Go ahead.
Come. Yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh,
It shall be well with them that fear Yahweh, man.
which fear before him. So like,
Come, which fear before him. How? By coming out here doing these works. All right, we were moved by fear to come out here and warn the people, man. Okay. Go ahead.
But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow.
Exactly. And another thing too that people don't take into consideration, going back to I believe it was 1 Peter and 2 Peter's. Okay, it say one day down here is 1,000 years, man. All right, to the Most High. So you think that you can keep continuing your wickedness? You think that you can keep doing these things and the Lord's not gonna come back and repay you? Oh, the Lord ain't came yet, but man, He's coming, man. All right, and we can clearly see it. Go ahead.
But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are a shadow, because he feareth not before God.
Exactly. His days is a shadow, which just passes by, man. Okay? We just pass it by. Pretty soon, wickedness is gonna be a thing of the past. You know?
Your overall wickedness
Yeah,
is going to be a thing
overall
of the
wickedness is
past.
gonna be a thing of the
And
past.
then after
man.
1,000 years in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to absolutely be a thing in the past, so
Yep.
to say. Now, we can see it be gone,
Yep.
but all nations still will not have the laws in their inward part. So, so.
And that's why we're spectacle.
Exactly.
Because wickedness is what's in.
Job 9:24.
Yeah, wickedness is what's in. So when they see us, we're a spectacle. Man, look at them dudes crazy out there standing on the corners on the highways and byways.
And they always out here
You know
every
what I
Saturday,
Yeah.
consistent.
So-
So, we're talking about America going to be destroyed.
Exactly.
They
So
hear though.
They looking for this is righteous. This is the righteous thing we doing, and it's not big like that. But pretty
Right.
soon this is gonna be what's gonna fill the earth soon. And then we see wickedness in the kingdom, which the other nations still gonna be wicked. Then that's when that's gonna be a spectacle, and it's gonna be dealt with, man. All right. So the tables are gonna turn. It's gonna be like the scripture says, surely the turn of things upside down. Woe to them that call good evil and evil good, man.
Right.
All right. Because what we doing is good, they call it evil. And the evil things they do, they call it good. All right? That was it on that?
Yeah,
all right, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, and I'll just start from the top from 3. It's Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 3. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein.
Yeah, because when these people read these things, man, they don't really believe. They don't take it seriously, man. The scripture say, out of the north shall come a nation that shall make her land desolate. Pretty much that shall come up against her. And they read that as if it's just, as it's just a novel or something, man. They don't take it in consideration. It doesn't move them, man. All right? When we read this and we hear this, just move us in our spirit like, damn, America's going to be destroyed, man. It moves you. When I hear that, like, damn, yeah, it's coming. Shall come up a nation against her. Like, it's like you preparing yourself. You realize, like, you preparing yourself for that, man. Damn, come up a nation against her. Why? Because we believe in these words, man. Go ahead.
Remove. They shall remove, they shall depart, both men and beasts.
Huh.
In those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together.
Kind of, so the children of Israel that will represent you so-called Latinos, you Indian tribes, all right, you Mexicans, all right, and the children of Judah will be you Negroes, West Indians, and you Haitians, man, okay? Because why? This is where we were oppressed together, okay? Go ahead.
Going and weeping, they shall go and seek the Lord Yahweh their power.
And that's what we're doing. We seeking the Lord in these last days, man, so we can escape these oncoming judgments, man. All right? This oncoming war, this upcoming evil. That's why we seeking the Lord right now, because we looking to be found worthy, all right, in the latter end, man, when this great destruction cometh.
And you know what? They did not consider the end, the latter end.
Yeah. It's always now. That's the spirit of Esau. Give me this meat, you know, lest I faint.
That's why you have fast food restaurants. They don't have any patience. You know? They don't have any patience. And that's why he lost his birthright. He didn't have any patience, man. You know?
That's why I say when he said you are your father the devil, he was talking about Israelites. All right?
Yep.
Esau, the father of wickedness, man. The father of deceit, the father of evil. Okay? Go ahead.
They shall ask the way to Zion.
They shall ask the way to Zion. That's what we're doing. When they come up and inquire, what's this about? That's asking the way to Zion. Then once you get further into it, all right, you begin to learn the laws, statutes, commandments. You begin to learn the heresy. Just marry, as in the days of Noah.
As in the days of
Noah.
Noah.
Got a can pulling a can behind.
I think it was a Coca-Cola can strapped to the back of their car.
Yeah.
And you hit a clink, and it say just marry, as in the days of Noah.
And bro, America's so wicked. This is the land of witchcraft, as you said, the Chaldeans. All right, witchcraft. That probably go back to some wicked like ritual.
What?
Dragging the can.
Dragging the can.
Yeah, if you look into it, man, you never know, man. Cause come on, jumping over the broomstick and all the stuff they do, man.
And you know what?
But
that is kind of spiritual how you say that, though. I mean, I look at it from different aspects. Like, hey, that could be Jake's being drugged in the back. You know, they got drunk after their marriage, you getting drugged in the back. And then they talk some jumping over the broom. They always say that witches was ride on brooms. And you never know where it could come from. You know, if it's not in the scriptures, then we're not gonna abide by it. You know.
But Esau, you know, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices, man. All right.
Nope.
Go ahead, real quick.
All right, I'll just get to the point. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 3. Seek ye the Lord, YAHAWASHI, all ye meek of the earth.
Not all ye meek of the earth, those who humble, man. All right? Those that know it, you know, because when you was a 2/3, you thought it was of yourself, you was going to do this or you was going to do that. Exactly. You only called on the Most High when you got into some trouble.
You was
good.
Know?
We got some trouble, then that's when you called on the Most High. But as far as that, you had it on your own, man. You was walking in the ways of your own, you know. What say they shall eat the words of their doings. All right? Do as thou will, like you said, man. You was doing your own thing. You weren't seeking the Lord. You thought you had it. Exactly. You thought you had it, man.
I got this, bro.
All that other stuff I ain't worried about.
I did this.
Exactly.
This I built this.
That's what they thought, man.
That's what they say.
But when you come into the truth, you realize, man, that, hey, the scriptures say, boast not into tomorrow, because you know what not tomorrow brings forth, man.
Right.
You understand the significance. You understand how small you are, man, and that you have no control over your life, man. When you come into truth, you understand that man's goings are the Lord. Okay?
But the Lord is merciful, because he'll show that to you numerous times. Just like when that hurricane came through, everybody was on red alert. It was like DEFCON 5. Everybody was praying, kumbaya. Everybody was humble then. So they know, man, you can't fight it. You cannot defeat a hurricane. Now that the hurricane don't pass, that turbulence don't pass, oh, we're going to have a gay parade in June, you know, down here in Florida, you know. Oh, well, Women's Day, you know, everybody proud. You know, full of proud, you know, pride. I mean, Valentine's Day, you know, let's celebrate Easter that's going to come up. And they forgot about all that, man. You know, they forgot. What they forgot? They forgot to respect the power of YAHAWASHI. Yeah, because those other guys didn't do it.
What did you quote yesterday in affliction? Or what's saying prosperity?
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 3. Seek ye the Lord, YAHAWASHI, all ye meek of the earth, which have brought his judgment.
Yep.
Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be, ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
Exactly, and that's what we're doing. Yeah. Every brother covering their ass, so to say. All right? So what? We can receive salvation in the end, man. That's what every brother wants. That's why every brother's here. If you're here for any other reason, then you know, you're here for the wrong reason, man.
Make it.
Yeah, you know.
It's the spirit, bro.
Whether it be a vainglory or whatever the case may be, whether you just here just to be here, crept in unaware.
And that's beautiful that you said that too. Because Elder Apostle Gabar always said, he said, I don't make these videos, you know, so that I can get a point, so that I can be liked. Elder Apostle Gabar said he made these videos so that he could find favor from YAHAWASHI. That's the main reason why he do these videos, man. You know?
So it can be profitable, man. Because all that other stuff isn't profitable. Right? Because if you ain't got the acceptance of YAHAWASHI, then you done, man. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's pretty much
that was it on that? All right. Yeah. You had something?
No.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 5. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, Come and let us join us ourselves to the Lord Yahweh.
Come.
Join. Join. Hey, join yourselves unto me.
That might be Isaiah too.
Come.
Even when the heathen nations come up, you know, they gonna want to learn the ways too. Yeah, Isaiah 14, when it says that the Gentiles, or the strangers, which would be the other Israelites, they shall cleave unto us. Yeah. Because hey, what it said, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. You know? Everybody's at liberty, so they don't fear the Lord.
In a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
Yeah, in a perpetual covenant that have not been forgotten. Man.
So why you think Yahawashi came back on the scene?
Yeah.
Because Yahweh didn't forget his covenant. So when did the heathen nations get grafted in? I don't get that. The heathen nations never had any part in the covenant. All right, only Israel got the covenant. You know what I'm saying? When they came up out of Egypt at what, Mount Horeb, if I'm not mistaken. Like, come on.
My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Yep, the leaders of our people have caused them to go astray. Before the men of elders of Great Millstone, you know, came about and men underneath them. Hey, we had no guidance. You know, we was all going astray, man. Whether it was Muslims, Black Panthers, Christians, all that other stuff, man.
I ain't the Wahabian.
Yeah. And that's why the Lord said, get into the lost sheep.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's what I was gonna say. Cause we was that sheep that was scattered, and that goes back to secular history when Antiochus Epiphanes made us forget our law. Out of all the captivities we were under, we still kept our law, knew who we were. But when it came to Esau, Edom, he told us to sacrifice abominable things and all of that. All right, to forget our Sabbath days, our solemn assemblies. So hey, so that's how we got scattered like that. You know, the Yahawashi came back in the scene to gather his sheep again.
That's us. From our shepherd, like Brother Gordon, the scriptures say, basically, you know, Most High is armed and short, he can't save you, he can't hear you, but your sins have separated you from your power, Lord, like say. So we got scattered from our shepherd, you know, we ain't got lost in the way, and now what? Yahawashi coming back to redeem us back to our rightful shepherd.
And that's beautiful, because we think about the time Alexander had subjugated us. That was like what, 323 BC, all the way up until when the Lord was born. So that's like 3 centuries of being Hellenized. Think about it. We've been here for almost like half a millennium, and we've been Hellenized or Americanized. Yeah. So we lost that way a long time ago. We were literally that scattered sheep. You know, so Yahawashi had to come back on the scene. Because you think about it, from the time that the Greeks and the Romans started ruling, you don't really hear no other prophets or nobody else talking about the Roman, you know, until you get to the New Testament.
Yeah, because Israel had no leadership. The prophets went on, you know, it was a falling away.
Yep.
You know, so
look at Maccabees, man.
Yeah, how it says when we went astray because we had no leadership. And real fast as an example, when Moses was about to pass away. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 31 and verse 16. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go a-whoring after the gods of the strangers of the land, whither they go to be among them, and will forsake me, and break my covenant which I have made with them. So basically, you know, Israel had no leadership. And that's what happens when there's no guidance for the nation of Israel.
Yep, the scriptures say when there is no vision, the people fail, man. All right?
They don't know where they're going.
Exactly. And this is the vision, man. All right? That's why the Lord give us prophecy to let us know, man. To let us know, hey, America's going to be destroyed, hey, and I'm going to raise y'all up. Scripture say y'all shall be a nation of kings and priests, man. A holy nation, a separate nation, man. Okay? So that's the vision. That's the goal. That's the plan. All this other stuff you got planned and consider on doing, man, write that out, man. Because whether you want to or not, you're going to worship and serve Yahweh. Scripture say, as it is written, every knee shall bow, man, confess, man. Okay? And that's what's going to take place. You got something?
Habakkuk 2:2. Because you said, where there's no vision, the people fail. And you said, this is the vision. Habakkuk 2:2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And you know what? You have heralds, right? Those are people that would tell you the news. Remember, you know, if you watch an old movie like back in the 1930s and 40s, extra, read all about it. You know, Muhammad Ali, not George, you know, whatever. That's how we are. We doing the same thing in that stead, all right? Because we have that vision now. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Okay. And that's what this brother been talking about for the longest. Our people don't want to accept that, they don't believe that, because it's tarrying, it's prolonging.
Okay. You know? Because they don't have the vision. Like, remember we watched the movie Willie Dynamite? What did the pimp say to Willie? He said, I like it. Yeah, he said, I like your ambition, Willie, but you got to have vision.
No, he said that. He said, I like your ambition, but you gotta have vision. Okay. And you don't put all your ambition towards something that in the end it becomes a nightmare. Okay.
Real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 60. I'm gonna read verse 1 through 3. It says, arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahawah is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
And what is that light? This knowledge. It's the glory of the Lord. This is where it starts, right here. How you know who the Lord's people? All right, his word has risen them up in these last days. That's how we've been risen. Through the words of YAHAWASHI, man. We've been risen up in these last days. That's what they said on that COINTELPRO, remember? Yeah, they said you pretty much using religion as a way of liberating, uplifting the people.
Yeah, they don't like that.
They don't like that.
So-called black Messiah, going back to what the verse is, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, no man should buy you. You see what I'm saying? They want to make sure that stay in place, because why? We'll never get out of captivity from up under them. That's the ultimate threat, man, for us to raise back up, like what the Lord's about to do. So they try to stop it carnally by the Martin Luther Kings, whatever, whatnot. They could have just sat back and just watched, how history was going to play out itself, because they weren't going to be able to deliver us regardless, all right?
Because, our people, like to think that they're going to be able to overcome, and be liberated by, the force of the arm, Esau's blessing. All right, that's what they like to think, but Esau can't come up against us with this, man. Okay. When you go spiritually, Esau's not spiritual. See, so he gonna bring carnal weapons to a spiritual war.
But Jake don't see the vision though. No? Jake don't understand that this is the weapon right here that Esau cannot defeat.
Luke 21. I shall give you a mouth of wisdom which your enemies may not gainsay nor resist.
Now check this out. They say Yahawashi, he's the image of the invisible God, right? Well, hold on. How you gonna fight something you can't see? You trying to fight the Most High because you're obsessed. So how you get out of it? You get out of his kids. That's why they do. Because you can't get to the Most High.
And like when Dawud is brought out in Isaiah, was it 60? Yeah, he said, gross darkness are covering the earth, roughly paraphrasing, but this, like the truth, it says in Isaiah 25 and 7, and he will destroy this mountain the face of the covering cast of all the people, and the veil that is spread over all the nations. So all this hiding under, you're calling yourself white or calling us black. Okay, basically all, how it says the truth is breaking strongholds. That's what's happening is, this word is messing everything up for Esau. And hence why he's saying he can't touch the Most High. So he's what? He's going to touch the closest he can, and that's his people, speaking his word.
Yeah, like they say, if I can't get to him, I'm going to get to his family. And what happened with okay.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 60. Let's start back at the top. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahawah is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahawah shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and the kings to the brightness of thy rising.
The Gentiles shall come to thy light. Who are the Gentiles? The Israelites.
No, it's the spirit. Because actual other nation not going to come to our light. Because they can, exactly.
It says in Psalm 147, was the last two verses. These judgments aren't given these other nations, so they can't at all even. They can't do that.
Go ahead. This is St. John chapter 7, verse 34. Ye shall seek me and shall not find me, and where I am, thither ye cannot come. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? So the dispersed was among the Gentiles, and they even said that the dispersed were the Gentiles as well. So, all right, so they go to show you that, through the Spirit. Can you just give me something real quick? Just real quick. Come back to this brother up. Can you give me, what is it? Is it Micah 5 and 7? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Jacob shall be able, through the Spirit. No, Micah 5 and 7. Because we are among the Gentiles. That's why we sent forth to gather the sheep and to warn them of the evil to come. We are overseers, all right, of the flock. All right, and the scripture says to take heed to the flock. So we shepherds over all of Israel, and we are also the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Because YAHAWASHI is the head shepherd. He's the head savior, man. All right? He's through the Spirit, man. Come on.
Micah chapter 5, verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people.
And that go back to Isaiah 11, the remnant. Okay? Matter of fact, hold that. You go to Isaiah 11.
Spirit.
Spirit. Read that again.
Come on. This is Micah chapter 5, verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people.
This is what the Lord say, though Jacob be as the sand of the sea. All right? Pretty much really perfect.
Yeah, only a remnant. Only a remnant.
Only a remnant gonna be saved, man. All right? 11,
a few clusters from that, a few bits from that cluster, man.
The remnant of my people.
It's 11:11.
11:11. Yeah. That's what I said. 11:11. Yeah. That's it. Go ahead.
This is Micah chapter 5, verse 7, and it reads, "And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people."
Of many people. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. As a dew from the Lord, YAHAWASHI, as the showers upon the grass that tarrieth not for men.
And as that do, when you wake up in the morning, you see that small slight mist over all the grass. That's how Jacob gonna be, like white on rice, man. All right, go ahead.
Nor waiteth for the sons of men.
No waiting for. Go ahead.
And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles.
And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles. Going back to the scripture the brother brought out, will he go disperse amongst the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? Okay? So the remnant of Jacob is going to be among the Gentiles. All right? That's going to show you, hey, Gentiles what? That Gentile will be considered any other nation. The remnant of Jacob will be among the Gentiles.
Right.
Okay? So that means you're going to have Jacob coming out of all nations, man. All right? Out of every continent there is, you're going to have a Jake there, man.
It's a spirit. That's why, what is it? 1 Corinthians 12:1, it says, know you not, at one point you were Gentiles, following out the other idols.
You were the other nations, man. Right. Okay, go ahead.
And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles, in the of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down.
And that's really talking about when the Lord raised up Jacob, man, these upcoming race wars, man. Okay? Jacob gonna go through, man. The scripture says Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt, man. Okay? Who shall go out? Because Judah got to be roused up. You know, once the so-called black man do it, everybody fall in line, man. That's why the Lord got to raise up you Negroes first, man. Because everybody just going to follow lead. You know, especially like other minorities, so say. Yeah. When the so-called black man starts something, other minorities, they fall right in line, man. And you so-called minorities are the Israelites according to the Bible. Okay? They going to be the next one to fall in line. Hey, man, when Ephraim, Issachar, when they see Judah rise up and do something, man, what he got it. What he doing it? Oh shit, they join too, man.
Hey, what's spiritual on a low level? Jake tribe of Judah is slightly waking up. You know, they got this new movement, which I was gonna go into this other shit. ADOS. You know what I'm saying? They trying to come together. It's like American descendants of slavery and be one and all that shit. They trying to so-called let's band together now. Let's be black first and do this and I'm like. But see, y'all ain't got no leaders and whatnot. Y'all are, you disbanded with your brothers and stuff like that. But nevertheless, you trying to stand up now and say we ain't taking from the so-called white man no more. So, in a way, carnal sense, man, they starting to wake up to the fact that they got an enemy. But wait till the Lord really turn it back up on y'all. Start cutting out your food. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got no jobs and things like that because they setting it up for this economy class, man. And Jake gonna just run wild when they can't eat.
I'm gonna say they basically go right back to Esau. They ain't gonna have any faith. Yeah, they all this. Hey, if it's not the Lord, It'll fall or not. It'll be nothing, man.
Hey, and another thing too, the elites got you. You know, they rocked you back to sleep. You wanna know why? Cause what? When something is taken from you, you know, the benefits, the EBT, they still, everybody still got their taxes. You know what I mean? They still issue them out. They still got their EBT. They, you know, they kind of weed them back on.
They do trials, bro.
Yeah, but it's the point. They did that on purpose. Cause once you take it from them,
you see how eager they are to come.
yeah.
On,
and then
on
when they
bending
get it
knees.
back, they get another grasp. Like they don't want it to go. He did that bad, man.
Like your old lady one
Yeah.
day, she wanted to bring you in closer. She's like, you know what, I'm leaving your ass. Got you on bending knees, this and that. And she's like, you know what, I'm gonna take you back. And then all of a sudden, you be like, all right, I'll do whatever you want. That's exactly, you know, the so-called white man rocking us to sleep, man.
Yep.
And again, going into the other, you know, go ahead, brother.
No, that's true, bro. That's how he got us, man.
That's how,
yeah, that's how he got our people. Oh, he gave it back to us. So when he really, you know, take it away, man, y'all hearts gonna be broke, man.
But it also like it also softened our people back up because you know you might have some of our people tell me so this and that with the so-called white man, but then as soon as he cut off that food, what can we do, master? What can, you know what I'm saying? You realize he got the power over you. You know what I'm saying? But if you was already prepared, to be like, yo, we've been waiting on this. The only thing that can happen now is the Lord to come deliver us. You see what I'm saying? But our people, they looking for that arm of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? All right, we'll do whatever it's got to take for y'all to cut the food stamps back on and things like that back on. And so, you know.
Well, I'm happy.
But nevertheless, you know, like the scripture said, gift destroy the heart.
So go ahead. None smoking over here, man. You can't take the smoke. That's all we're trying to say. Hey, have some respect, man. We don't like the smoke. Yeah. Let's just say, go ahead, bro. Wow.
It says, who if he go through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver.
And none can deliver, man.
That's right.
All right. When these race wars pop off here in America, all right, and the hunted, when the hunter becomes the hunted, all right, then everything's gonna change, man. Because right now, because right now he can call the cops.
Yeah.
Society set up.
Yeah. Antagonize
us. Because hey, if it wasn't no law, he wouldn't be standing right here in front of us. But he know the law. He know the law protects him.
I'm just saying
He know the law protects him.
Right.
He know the law protects him,
the
man.
law protects him.
You know.
Hey, Joel down to the point. The earth is the wicked, man. They can do what they want.
Which one?
Go,
11,
15.
11?
No, yeah, 11, man.
Gotcha. This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt.
And they name all the places: Syria, Egypt. Go ahead.
And from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
Hey, you want me to get this guy on camera?
Yeah.
Just in
Already
case,
got him on
just in case something happens.
Let me at that.
Get this guy on camera real quick, man. Just in case it happens. Because they like to play the victim.
They'll play the victim. They'll play the victim.
Yeah.
They'll cry wolf. You know.
The Edomites. That's they.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 11 and 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts.
That's it on that. We wanted the remnant.
Okay.
Right? Gather the remnant of the people.
Remember talking about the sands of the sea on the remnant?
Yeah, you can get that.
This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 21. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though my people Israel be as sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return.
Yeah, the remnant shall return, man. Only a few gonna come back, the elect, man. All right? Go ahead.
The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. For the Lord YAHAWAH of hosts shall make a consumption even determined in the midst of all the land. Meaning it's going to come to pass.
Verse 7, it says, Micah chapter 4, verse 6. In that day said YAHAWASHI, will I assemble her that haunteth, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted.
Drunken, but not off wine.
Call hello, YAHAWASHI. That's it, man. Esau's through, man. Weak demons, man. Esau's through, man. This is why we come out here. Because we love to see that. okay, you go 100-something miles offshore and fish online, but you drunk down here, it's downtown St. Pete, over here antagonizing us, saying we full of shit. But they want you be out there on the waters and they're fishing. Why are you here with us? These songs come on, man.
Micah chapter 4, verse 6. And it reads, in that day saith the Lord, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, will I assemble her that haunteth, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted.
And that's Israel. I will gather her that's been stripping out, man. All right? Her that's been afflicted. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 7. And I will make her that haunteth a remnant.
A remnant. All right? So a remnant of us are going to be saved, man. Go ahead.
That's right.
And her that was cast afar off.
And we were cast afar off. Going back to Joel, where were you at? Yeah, so going back to Joel, Joel takes the same thing. Those who you have cast far off, they're far from their border. We just took them far from our border, man. All right? Cast afar off, man. Now, hey, physically and spiritually, we was cast afar off from the Lord. We was disconnected from him.
Psalms 83.
Yeah, not only physically, but spiritually as well, we was cast afar off, man. Go ahead.
And her that was cast far off, a strong nation.
A strong nation, go ahead.
And the Lord YAHAWAH, Bahashem Yahawashi, shall reign over them.
Yep.
And Mount Zion from henceforth, even forever.
Yep, so Israel not going to be worshiping these other gods, calling on the names of these other gods, man. These false gods. That the Lord say, I shall reign over them, man. All right, because you got a lot of our people that don't. Hey, Luke 19:27. Bring hither and slay them before me, man. It ain't just the other nations that don't want to worship YAHAWASHI and YAHAWAH. You got our own people, man. Our own people that don't want to worship YAHAWASHI and YAHAWAH, man. Like that dude Polite, man. He said he hate the God of the Israelites, man. He actually, that's when he shot up the Bible. Like he can't stand YAHAWASHI and YAHAWAH.
And that's the spirit of the know. Because that's how you know that he's just a con artist. Because his master teacher, who was Malachi Z. York, he actually did a video and said that he worshiped no one but Yahweh in 1992, 1993, and I got it on my page, man. All right? So, hey, you a liar, man. All you know about the con artist. Matter of fact, you won't even practice what you was preached. You know? Spirit.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 5. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord Yahweh.
Wait, don't know you got something?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Yeah. I forgot.
I be telling him, bro. I told him,
you gotta
bro,
come in.
Bro, I be telling him, bro. This is like a river. You just gotta jump in. The river ain't gonna slow
like
down.
a relay race. Yeah. You gotta
4x1, 4x5. Right?
Go ahead.
In a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
A perpetual covenant, man. That shall not be forgotten, man. Exactly. I love that word.
Perpetuate.
You know?
So, yeah. It has a meaning behind it.
They stand, man. Hey, what he said, my words shall not return unto me void, right? Okay? He bound by his words. Even the Most High bound by the words that he spoke, man. All right? He states it. Because if so what, that would make the Most High a liar. And he's a man that he cannot lie, man. All right, go ahead.
My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Yep.
They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
Yep, they have forgotten their resting place. Hey, that mountain and that hill. Their resting place. Come to me and I will give thee rest. They forgotten the Most High, man. They forgotten YAHAWASHI, all right? That strong tower, they forgotten the name. They left their rest, they left their comfort, man. All right? That was YAHAWASHI. When we came here, well, we felt some sense of comfort, man. Especially those brothers that was heavily afflicted in the world, man. When you came to this truth, you knew that this was it. This was the answer, man. This was the way out. And what it brought you comfort, man, and rest. Okay? But our people have left that. All right? That's why the Lord, hey, man, you can see in the scripture, the Lord he really be pleading out to our people. You know, come back. Crying out, pleading. Go ahead.
All that found them have devoured them.
Yep.
And their adversaries said,
yep, all that found them have devoured them, man. Every time they see some, we can make some money off these niggas. Like every time they see it, they devour Jake, man.
All-Star Weekend. Matter of fact, in boxing, whenever you have a contender and a champion, hey, even Vegas have the odds against you. So even Vegas betting on the fight too. You know, house always win, but you know what I'm saying? They always trying to find a way they can eat off of Jay.
Oh yeah, and that's in Psalms where it says they eat up my people like they eat bread.
Hey, Israel is like the oil of the system, man. You got a machine, right? It needs oil to be lubricated. Israel's that oil that keeps everything moving.
So it don't matter if it's a Honda engine or a Toyota, a Maserati engine, a Lamborghini engine. If you ain't got the Israel up in it, it ain't nothing.
Take us the oil, man.
No essence, baby.
You know, which is spiritual, the anointing. You know.
Hey, what verse you at?
7.
Can you read that one more time?
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 7. All that found them have devoured them. And their adversaries said, we offend not.
Yeah, well, we ain't do nothing. You know? They just, when you do something to a Negro or a minority, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Cover it up. Just give them a meal. One of your family members die on the job or something, or just throw a meal at them. Right?
Like Dave Chappelle said,
nothing.
Dave Chappelle said, sprinkle some crack on them and just get out of here. That's how they are for real. I was drug related. You know, that's really how they do. You know, they go over there, they shoot you or whatever with an unmarked gun. They put some drugs on you.
It's not a big deal.
But no, when they said that, you know, a lot of the suicides, this came out with the police, they said a lot of the suicides, they don't want to go in and investigate a lot of that stuff, so as long as it's a drug crime, they don't really have to investigate on it. It's like this, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, just like Jake, you know? Finish that off real quick, I got a piece up after that.
Because they have sinned against the Lord Yahawah. The habitation of justice, even the Lord Yahawah, the hope of their fathers.
God, this is Jeremiah 50, chapter 33. It says, thus saith Yahawah of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. All that took them captives held them fast and refused to let them go. So not only talking about blessed, you know, they talking about blessed be the Lord that sold us in. You're like, yo, that's part of America, man. America's like, we the greatest nation on the earth and this and that. But how did you get like this? From the slavery to Negroes and the Latinos and Native Americans and still in their land. You got us out here working over here. They're like, yo, you rich off of our labor, off of our backs. All right, but you talking about some, oh, God bless America and all this and that, but yet still you rich off of our backs. All right, and then like we was just reading verse 33.
But that's scriptural, brother. Zechariah 11 and 5. Because they say they're holding something not guilty, and they said, blessed be the Lord God, for we are rich, and they shepherds pitied them. So that's why they say God bless America. Because they know who we are, man. You know, they knew that. Oh, we gonna rule the world because they gonna fall because they didn't keep their end of the covenant. But it's gonna be a day when they gonna get reinstated. We gonna get the fucking boot. That's it.
And then also that precept says all that held them refused to let them go. Right? I mean, just look around right now at all the tribes that's on the sign and who's ruling over top of them. Right now, Venezuela trying to steal Venezuela. Then they're using 2 other Israelites to fight their own brother. You got Brazil and Colombia, and the so-called white man is reigning over top of them, trying to get them to go over there and invade their brother in Venezuela.
Salaki, didn't they actually tell one of the European ambassadors that they had to leave or something in Venezuela? But then he took
American.
He was American. Then he took asylum in Colombia or something like that.
Yeah. Well, Juan Guaido.
Well,
and then another thing with him too as well, because they had restricted the. You know, they closed down the borders so that they wouldn't get invaded from all these people. Right. Guaido wasn't supposed to leave. He wound up leaving and going over there anyway. But, you know, he not, you know, following after the sanctions. But, you know, that's the hypocrisy of America.
Hey, that's the spirit you brought it up. Because like I was telling you, actually, if you watched the video I did, America exposed the power outage in Venezuela. Right? If you notice, you know, Venezuela, they use cryptocurrencies.
Right. Well, that's the new thing they coming out with to sell their oil to get around the sanctions. But go ahead.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
But bro, they've been had it. It's a big electrical market over there in Venezuela. So with that being said, if you know that, then check this out. That's why that power outage happened. That's why that power outage happened. They hit the power grid that supplied 80% of the electricity. And then if you do some research, cryptocurrencies take a lot of electricity operate to generate. So that's why the power grid was hit, bro.
Right.
Because they're using cryptocurrencies to get around those sanctions.
Right.
Now the cryptocurrencies, the power is out. Now they can't use it, so they trying to force them back onto the dollar, bro.
Hey, same thing.
You know?
But that's the main reason that China is doing the petro yuan to be that backbone, so these smaller countries can do that. They're the ones financing them in the same thing. But hey, man,
they hit, bro. That's why they hit the power grid.
America's done, man. America's exposed and America's done.
Oh, that was beautiful, man. Go back into what you got, Baba Shah.
That's it.
That was it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
Hey, you can call
Okay. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 8. Remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he-goat before the flocks.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, come out of my people. This shall leave you with. This is 9. For lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations.
Yep, an assembly of great nations, man. All these military coalitions, man, gathering together, going back to Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. All right, America, man, you got nations gathering up for you, man. I'm serious, like they don't understand, like, you know how you just you bullshit, right? And then your enemy is getting geared up, like you, here it is, you playing, but they practicing. You know, that's like how America is. Like, bro, you got some nations gearing up for you, man. You see, like damn near every year, Russia comes out with a new missile. At first, we was talking about the Satan II missile, right? That can destroy a city the size of Texas or the size of France. Now, hypersonic missile. You see, Russia is not playing, bro. They not playing. But America is just full of folly, man. They're going off a false sense of hope, man, and pride. All right, thinking they're gonna come out victorious over the next war, but you're not, man. You're playing around. Go ahead.
I'll start at the top. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. For lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken.
And America's gonna be taken.
Hey, but I like how I say from this she should be taken. They telling you, they said, read that again.
Gone.
From land of the north.
Oh yeah. From the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken.
So Babylon will be taken from the north country, right? Also let you know there's intercontinental ballistic missiles from one continent to another
that's
continent.
spirit, because it says arrows.
Come on, keep going.
The arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man,
And the missiles.
and none shall return his name.
So going into what, those smart missiles, guided missiles, and then they also talk about none gonna miss their marks and stuff like that with the GPS systems in there and everything like that. Then they also got the talking about that they're gonna climb the walls and stuff like that. And it's going into them hypersonic missiles. Like America said, they can't defend themselves against all this, man. Hey man, the Lord called, man. He got Russia's whole arsenal down to the depiction down into the scriptures, man.
Because those are the instruments of YAHAWASHI's righteous indignation. His anger, his spirit is going to be on those missiles.
What was Isaiah 54 and 16? You want to get that? You know what I'm talking about?
What is
no,
I got you.
it's Smith.
I created
yes.
Smith that blow.
I think it's 54 and 16.
Wasted to destroy.
It's Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coal in the fire.
Yep, I have created the smith that blow up the coals in the fire. So in Russia coming up with all these weapons, man, all right? Understand that the Most High is controlling, man, he's giving, you know how they be like, man, this technology is so far more advanced. Like Russia's missile technology is so far more advanced, like 20 years ahead of America almost, man. All right, so why do you think that is like that? Because the Most High is giving them that increase, that download to create that, giving them the knowledge. You know, when they sitting down thinking and studying and doing them experiments, man, you got the Lord like literally giving them the knowledge to pretty much upgrade their missile systems, man. You know, that's the Lord is really intervening. All right, because the Lord can have it the other way around, where America had the most advanced missiles and Russia was just behind them. Then how would America be destroyed? It won't happen. All right. But you see, the Most High, he's controlling both sides, man. He's in control.
Because everything's at an appointed time, like AHBAD brought out in the second chapter. The vision is there for an appointed time. You know, so.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the vision is for an appointed time. So this place, America, has a time which it cannot pass, and every word of this book has to be fulfilled. And so America is going to have to be destroyed, how Most High says, by thermonuclear missiles.
Finish that off real quick, sis. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coal in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy.
Instrument for his work. That's the work of the Lord. YAHAWASHI.
To destroy America.
Because the Most High within the kingdom of men, he raises one up and he brings them down. And he says, "You are my battle axe and weapons of war." The Most High uses men, on earth to, put forth his actions.
That was it.
Yeah. This is 50 and verse 10. And the child in Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, so all that spoil shall be satisfied. It's like you taking care of the issue, man. Taking care of a...
The next one.
Go ahead.
To 11, because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage.
Yep, they was glad they destroyed us, man. These white people today, still walk with that sense of pride, and that they conquered us, and that they got one up on us, man. You see that in Esau's pride every day, man. The pride that he has towards Jake, man. The so-called white man Esau.
The fact that he tell you go back, if you don't like it, go back to your country. Like, well, where's your country at? Like, you came over here and subjugated, the majority of our people over here, and you brought the rest of us over here, and then you subjugated all the landmass over there as well too. Like the scripture say, the heathen has taken over our landmass. This is part of the reason why you heathen. It says, "Scatter my people and part of my land," man. Lord gonna judge you for that, man. And boasting with your mouth, man. You talking all the shit about it. If you don't like it, go back to your country. Why can't you learn how to speak English? Like, well, we were speaking Hebrew before y'all came over and taught us Spanish, then taught us the English.
And that's going to be his hurt even more, because Esau's going to fall so hard. He really thinks in his heart, and it's in Psalms. He says in his heart, "I shall not be moved, I shall not be in adversity." Through his pride, there's so much pride. He really thinks that, even if you look at history, look at carnal history, look at kingdoms, they always have their set time of reign. And here in so-called America, it's just that time where it's going to fall, just like every great kingdom in the past has been. But Esau, he's not going to be moved, and he's going to do his heart's desire until he stops, because the Most High has to take this man out of power.
Go ahead.
This is continuing.
Hey, I got a real quick precinct. We're talking about that the weapons of the Lord's indignation. This Jeremiah 51:11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon, to destroy it. Because
that's like you say, bro. That's clearly talking about Russia coming up against America, man.
Listen to the word, and it says, "Make bright the arrows." Talking about those thermonuclear missiles. That's one of the things they heavily investing in, is these hypersonic missiles, nuclear powered missiles. All right, these intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right, that's what the INF treaty situation is about. It's a new Cold War. All right. But it says, Jeremiah 51:11. Yeah, 51:11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Another thing that Russia's pushing out and selling to these other nations is what? These, how they call missile defense system, the S-300, S-400, S-500, and so on and so forth. This is what the big problem is between America and NATO, and the people that's holding on to their F-35 planes and stuff like that, like Turkey. Saudi Arabia, you see what I'm saying? These are American allies that want to get this S-400 system. All right, you see that's why things start dying down over there in Syria, because Russia started giving them those shields. You see what I'm saying?
S-400.
So when I'm sorry, say it again, brother.
What
you just said? Say it again.
Well, Russia is giving out all these shields over there in Syria.
To Syria?
Well, yeah.
And that's why Iran said they was gonna bomb Israel if they hit Syria again. Yep.
But I mean,
that's why they said that. Now they said.
But when you go into looking at what the king of the Medes and Russia and stuff like that, all right, every time it's talking about them and preparing themselves in these other nations, what are they talking about? Gather the shields, gather the arrows, the shields and the arrows. All right, normally they talk highly about defensive and also offensive. All right, and then they go in fine detail about this, man. This is no mistake in what countries these are. All right, that's the big thing, the big debacle with Russia and their weapons. Not really that Russia's got these nuclear missiles. It's more. America's more upset about themselves defensive capabilities more than them developing these nuclear missiles.
They can drop bombs like they can, but they don't have that. They don't have that defense missile system that Russia has. And Russia is actually distributing it to other countries, and they don't like that, because now if you do want to hit us, America, we got some defense. They don't like that.
Because like it says, the weak saying I'm strong. They're now being equipped for the battle, because this is the war of the Lord. And YAHAWASHI is a man of war.
Hey, Khan, if I may add, a couple months ago, like 2 months ago, I was doing videos on how Russia was giving deploying S-300s to India because they were working on an S-500. Then I did another article when they started delivering S-400s to Syria because they were in the progress of working on the S-500s. Now Russia has the S-500 where it can knock out simultaneous missiles that's coming in.
Oh, damn, for real?
Yeah. You know,
And that go back to be thou a guard unto them.
until that spirit.
And you can see America don't deal with these countries how they deal with these countries like Syria and all those other smaller countries because you know they don't deal with India how they deal with Syria and stuff like that. Why?
They got nukes.
Exactly, they have nukes. So now, so to say, the battlefield's being played out. So Esau, you know, he has trouble on his hands. And if Baba Shaw, can you read the second verse here?
Jeremiah 51:2.
Yes.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51. Well, I'm going to start with verse 1.
Okay.
Jeremiah 51:1. Thus saith Yahawah, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that raise up against me a destroying wind.
He's raising these other kingdoms up to come against who? Come against Babylon.
Verse 2. And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
These other nations are coming. The beast shall hate the whore. Right. All these other nations are tired of dealing with America. They're tired of being pushed around, shoved around, and guess what? You know what's the saying? There ain't no phone. The rabbit got the gun. You know, all these other nations have nuclear missiles. So now the game has changed. You know, and you can see not at this very moment, but you know, Esau, he's shaking in his boots because he's losing his grip on his power seat, and he, knowing he has a short time, is going to come down very hard because what? He doesn't have much time left in his kingdom.
That was it on that?
Oh, yeah, do your thing. Yeah.
You can drop it. Start at Isaiah 19, verse 23. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 1. The burden of Egypt. And we know through scriptures, as well as in Revelation, it says America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahawah rideth upon a swift cloud, the chariots, and shall come into Egypt. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, saying the spirit of this place is finished. You know, you can see it's no more uppity. You know, we got stuff going on, and ain't no more excitement no more. Nothing new stuff's coming out. New iPhone. It's like you know, this place is failing.
That's beautiful. Now it makes a lot more sense. That's why the scripture says the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. So deep down inside, in the conscience of these people, they can see that America's on a decline, economically, morally, socially. I mean, a lot of people are losing their morals, man. People are just doing all kind of heinous acts. So people will lie to themselves and trick themselves to make them think, oh, everything's going to be just fine. You know what I'm saying? Like in the movies, like, you know, somebody running from somebody and their loved one gets shot and it's going to be just fine, but they're not breathing anymore. So you're just lying to yourself. You're deceiving yourself. The Lord said to deceive and deceive all minds. So these people, man, it's going to hit them like a ton of bricks.
Because the spirit of mirth is being drained out of this place. So all this, everybody wants to come in America and have fun. You know, the Most High is not dealing with that. And, you know, grab onto things, and when it says idols, you know, people want to pray onto things that because that's what people do. They pray onto to gods that benefit them, so to say, in the flesh. They want to go to something that so they can be accepted. That's why they'll say you know, this God says you can be a homosexual, this God says you can, you know, do whatever you may have it. That's why they follow after. That's familiar spirits.
That's a spirit. I was just gonna say that too.
Con.
That's what people to America.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. You
exactly.
Can accept it. But see, people try this. Try that. Get a tattoo. Hey, take some acid. You know, hey, don't you know they have a website for grown men and little boys? They tell you to try all that, but they'll never tell you to try this.
Exactly.
That's what they want.
Because this place at all has no righteousness, and you can see the people are dead. They're already dead, but there's no life here in this place because the Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. It's gilded. It's not real gold. It's fool's gold, and it's starting to turn green and shit like that.
And like the scripture said, hey, this for one, this Babylon the Great, and I read it earlier, and it's also in Joel 2 about gross darkness covering the people, man. They blinded, man. They really just they lost and confused, can't see what's coming or going, you know. While you know you got people that's over here. I had somebody come up to me on a situation like, did you hear about Donald now talking to Kim Jong-un and whatnot, and they worried about Kim Jong-un and his new what's going on, and what's the guy name that was in court? James Comey? Comey was in court. One of them guys was in court the other day. And I'm like, yo, these are all distractions. Like, yo, what about what's going on in Venezuela right now? You know, you worried about some shit that's going on in court. R. Kelly. But I'm like, with the court thing with Trump, like, if he really worried about that, you think that Trump then went to Vietnam so he don't get exposed while he in court. Like, yo, don't you know he could pardon this if that's really a situation? He just like, yo, we're gonna cover that up because he's at the top of that, you know? But what y'all don't understand, and then you worried about Kim Jong-un and his nuclear missiles. What about India and Pakistan right now, man? All right, they go over there and launch off those missiles. They ain't nobody saying nothing about that. Nobody saying nothing about Russia testing their missiles. You see what I'm saying? You blind to the fact of what's really going on, but you stuck in this confusion, sipping on this Babylon juice, man.
Because folly is set in great dignity, and really, you know, people love watching sitcoms and reality TV shows, you know, like The Walking Dead and stuff like that. But yeah, but these people, you know, they are the Walking Dead. They have no clue what's going on. All these fake deep people, the idolaters of witchcraft, they don't have the answers. And like it says, the spirit of Egypt shall melt. All the stuff you clinged on to and you thought you had hope in is going to be removed from you because it was no proper foundation. And this place here, nothing is going to stay. Nothing at all. This is I'll go to 2. The racehorse and shit. This is Isaiah chapter 19 verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother.
That spirit of division, man. All right, because America's already divided, you know, amongst each other, man. From classes to not even just race, from classes. You got rich people this way. You got this hood against that hood.
You got Laker fans and
yeah, exactly. Fans. Sports and shit, man. I'm telling you, you go to one of them real football games, man. Like a Bucks versus the Raiders. I remember this Jake I was talking to. He said, man, you got to kind of be careful. You know, when that happens, he said, because them people like really fight. Like if you stand up and say something against another team, like them people take that shit serious, bro.
Like San Francisco and shit like that. Over there in San Francisco, all the Mexicans and everything over there. When they play against like Oakland and shit like that, man, them SAs be Instacart, they be serious, boy. They don't play. Hey, the real talk.
Fight to the death over a fucking
football team, man.
Hey, real. That's the hypocrisy of it all because they talking about you know, you have these so-called what they call radicals or extremists and stuff like that. Like, yo, wait a minute, y'all extremists over y'all got their religion and your gods. You going out to these stadiums, you worshiping these different idols. You see what I'm saying? You giving all your money to them and everything else like that. Like, you literally give up all that you got and you worship them every weekend with the little sport games and this and that.
You wear jerseys.
Yeah, man. You
posters in the house.
Yeah, you upholding your different gods and stuff, but really, that's a real religious extremist person right there.
They're psychopaths. They're lunatics.
Their whole house is decked out with their favorite sport team. Their car got a favorite patch on it. Everything is all patched on.
Well, it's funny because they so bugged out, bro. They were like, damn, they kill you.
You know what, though? Wait a minute. But they call us a cult. Well, isn't that a cult? Because the men that you see in the field, on the ring, them are the gods.
Them
NFL players are gods. Them NBA players are gods. You understand? So when you in there cheering them on, hold on, all you people in that stadium, y'all in the cult. Because you worshiping them people. You have on a jersey. Some of you get tattoos of your favorite team. All right, you ride around with a license plate with Pittsburgh on the back of it. You know, your child got on a whole little jersey. Yo, you in the cult. And then you'll fight to the death for that. You in the cult, man. Stop it.
There be a team that ain't never won in their life. They got tats all on them and everything.
We're gonna win one day.
Praying before the game for them to win and shit. Like, what the fuck?
And I know this Jake, man. He loyal to the Bucks, man. Loyal, bro, whether he lose or win every fucking year, he go for the Bucks. But I'm just saying, bro, the funny part about it is like you loyal to that team, but
they don't,
when it comes to YAHAWASHI, I was shocked.
It's saying though, bro, he ain't running with them.
It's crazy, bro. It's like, oh my God, these people are gone, bro. Like this shit is crazy.
The only time they'll call to the Most High, like for their own convenience, they'll pray because they want to win the Super Bowl.
But that don't profit them. Them spending all that money getting season tickets, tailgating, partying, grilling, spending all that money, that profit them. But not spending money paying attention to YAHAWASHI.
The Most High gonna take all that shit away. Like all the football games. Imagine when there's no football on TV. People be going crazy when there's no football. Football season's over. Fuck, my life sucks.
The only reason why cable is still alive because of us. Because ain't nobody going there to watch movies anymore unless your grandma watching the news or something like that. She don't be on the internet. But everybody got Netflix, Hulu. They have Amazon. You can go in there and watch movies, man. You can watch reruns. You can go on YouTube and find stuff for free. Why do you think people still got cable right now? It's because of the fucking sports. They watch because it's us. That's it, man.
Go ahead. I'll tell the top again. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother.
And that's lucky. That's talking about here in America.
Yep.
Okay, this is Egypt, bondage, Montezarian, double straights. All right. So when they say the Egyptians are fighting against the Egyptian, what book you in?
Isaiah 19.
Isaiah 19.
Wasn't it in Matthew? It said variance.
Baba Kashaw, hold that. Can you get me Isaiah 13 real quick, Baba Kashaw? I think it's 13 and like 12 or 13. Where it says every man shall be. It's just a spirit real quick. Just a spirit. Right here, right?
Yeah.
Cuz this is right here, 14. 14, Baba Kashaw. No, 13. Start at 13. This is spirit.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 13. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place.
So we know what that's talking about already. We're talking about those thermonuclear warheads. Go ahead up.
In the wrath of the Lord YAHAWAH of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chased roe.
A chased roe is like a deer, because you know a deer can be out there in the field eating cod, but as soon as they hear a twig break, they look up and they take off. Go ahead up.
And as a sheep that no man taketh up.
Right, so that's a sheep that's just scattered about, just going. They have no head. Go ahead.
They shall every man turn to his own people.
Right, so there every man shall turn to his own people. Go ahead.
And flee everyone into his own land.
Right, so can you go back to Isaiah 19, Baba Kashaw, and read that real quick, Baba Kashaw?
Yep, this is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Right.
And they shall fight everyone against his brother.
So now it said people shall go back to their own land. Every man shall be with his own people. Think about it. Everybody's an American now. Before 9/11, we was always niggas, spicks, wetback coons. It was still a hatred as usual because of that fight between Jacob and Esau. But then when 9/11 happened, come on, let's all bond together. Let's all be American. Let's all bond together. We need to come together as a nation. But then after that, Esau still was showing his wickedness towards us, man. So in that day, man, it's gonna literally be everybody in America against everybody, man. Because this is Babylon and Egypt all over again. You know? That's right.
Where is it in Matthew? So that's just
that's the spirit. If I may add, they have a game called The Division, and in that game. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, of course. In the game Division, that's the spirit, because that's what's gonna make that day so great, man. Because in that game Division, you actually have like people that got together, all right, and what they would do is they were together because they wanted to survive, and it's gonna get that bad out here that if you don't know who, like on the movie Bushwick, if you don't know this person or whoever, if they're not a part of that clique or a part of that group you with, hey man, you get off. It don't matter who you are, man. All right, and when that time happened, a lot of you women, all right, you're gonna know that I need a man of the Lord, because Jake is gonna be getting your man in his 22. Once he run out of ammo, he out the house, man. You know, Jake, when he run out of ammo, he gotta eat. You're gonna be running that mouth, all right, because little Tyrone ain't eating, all right, and then Jake out of there, man, because Jake is gonna hit him like, man, fuck you, bitch. I've been wanting to get out of here, man. All right, and it's child support, man, because this shit, it ain't no profit in the system when it go down. All right, but you're gonna have certain people linked up together in certain groups, and then it's gonna get real bad out here, man. All right, because ain't gonna be nobody to run to in that time, man. All right, it's gonna be you against the next man if he don't know you, period, man. All right.
Yeah, because when it says the love of many shall wax cold, because there's gonna be scarcity. There's not gonna be no food. There's gonna be no safe places to be at. There's not gonna be nowhere to go. You know,
go to Esau.
Or you
gotta take that chip. You gotta take that chip.
Yeah, you can go in a concentration camp, and, you know,
and you gonna die.
And yeah, catch a missile. You know, so you can't escape from this judgment to come. But expounding more on people, that separation that the Lord YAHAWASHI is doing. This is Matthew chapter 10 and verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foe shall be they of his own household.
Why? Because all it takes is some poverty, man. You know, all it takes for things to be just shooken up.
Adversity. And
and that's it,
a little
bro.
tremor.
All that love, man.
A little tremor.
You know, because these people hate each other, man. These people, you know, when you come, the church, Sister Terry looking this way.
Looking
like
a
you know, they all hate each other.
Then
bro.
when she come around, hey girl, I like that flower hat, girl.
Or Jimmy always brings the nicest car to the barbecue, and Jimmy, you know, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, he got his Cortez on.
Yeah,
he got
you
little
know?
loafers and stuff. Hey, yeah,
Oh,
me
hey,
and my wife.
what's
Yeah,
going on,
hey, yeah,
bro?
you know, we just came back
Yeah.
from the Caucasus Islands. And,
Yeah,
we've been
everybody's jealous
everywhere.
of
It's
each
just,
other,
how
man.
you guys been? Yeah, you know, the mortgage still kicking my ass and everything. That's the one I don't like, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know, everybody not equal, man.
Exactly, man. So
Different playing field.
all it's gonna take is for shit to the fan.
And that's that purge, boy. Everybody gonna that envy they had in the world. They're gonna take everybody else out there in life.
You also got like I was just meditating on this the other day how easy, like if you trying to so-called not bring things to that, you know, that spot where everything collide, and you're gonna be forced to do that anyway. You know, just like looking at you know, like for instance, with the Covington High School thing, right? Having us on the news. That's something that everybody in America pretty much know about, right? So that's a topic of discussion, man. You know, you might be at the dinner table with your kids or whatever, whatnot, and then that topic might come up. Somebody might say, "Oh, I agree with this," or "I don't agree with that," or just like how the conversation with Donald Trump come up. You might be at the household with your own family or whatever. Oh, Donald Trump doing this or Donald Trump doing that. Then it bring a divide. Same thing with what the so-called this ADOS movement and Black First movement. You know, for all you people who have like, let's say your parent didn't married an Edomite or something like that, or somebody from a different race, you know. Then you in the household or whatever, whatnot. Is all these things starting to come together. Even if y'all don't want to so-called address it, it's gonna have to be addressed in one way or another. All right, because it's, all these things gonna keep getting put on the news. People are gonna be asking questions about this and asking questions about that, making things people a little uncomfortable. So you're gonna be forced to deal with these situations. So again, we're talking about in scripture where it just said, I'm gonna make these nations go back to their own people, you know what I'm saying? Go back to their own stuff. Now as you see all the hypocrisy of the so-called white man, you have all these different nations say, look, we don't fuck with the so-called white man no more. The damn Asians is like, yo, we don't fuck with the so-called white man because look what he doing to us. Everybody's pretty much saying the same thing now. They're going back to their own people. How do you say, you might not be going to them physically, but like how we are, right? Okay. Instead of us being going hand in hand with the so-called white man here in America, we like, nah, we trying to be Israelites first. You see what I'm saying? We're going back to our own people, our own heritage, our own ways. We're not gonna keep drinking this here Babylon juice. We're gonna have to do our own shit our own ways. This is why you see China and them trying to, hey, look, we gotta do what's best for us. You see what I'm saying? All these other nations is doing the same thing as well too.
God, and because that's scriptural, and it's Sirach when it says every beast like his, what did it say, his own like.
Yeah, Sirach 13.
Yeah, I think I have it. This is Sirach chapter 13. Yeah, Sirach chapter 13 and verse 15. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. So everybody, you know, coming back to basically your true human nature, so to say. You dwell around people who you're familiar with. That's why when you read down it says the wolf don't hang out with the lamb, and you know whatever you may have. You know.
Hey, but
That's the spirit.
just think about it. You know, you so-called friendly with these Edomites, these so-called white people. You know, you go to work with them and everything like that. You know, hi Bob and everything all cool. Y'all all friends. But now once the news go up, and then everybody at work talking about the news. So I guess black people want reparations now. So now you already see that that's gonna make a divide. You see what I'm saying? Y'all didn't want to discuss this, y'all didn't want to talk about none of this, but all of a sudden you're being forced to deal with it one way or another. But as time go on, and like the scripture say, man, every knee gonna bow and confess the name of YAHAWASHI, man. That's just gonna be it. Because you're gonna have to deal with this one way or another. There's no running from this. Alright, you have to face the music one way or another, man.
That's it, man. You know, you only can kick the can down the road for so long. You know, then you run out of road and hey, you can't kick the can no more.
Hey, you see that dead end sign, but you're still trying to kick it over. You know?
I'll finish it up. This is Isaiah chapter 19. I'll read again. This is 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof.
And the Lord said he's going to take the candle out of the wicked. Hey, what's the spirit inside of a man? All right, that's a candle. The Lord just, you know, because you know sometimes, you know, you have a candle lit, and that wind come by, and they're like it's about to dim out, go out. Sometimes like that with the incense, you first light it, you're like, that fire gonna catch before it start getting, you know, red hot. Same thing in America, all right?
And they shall seek to the idols.
So they gonna seek to the idols, man. Buddha, Allah. Oh, polite, his woman. Polite, he gonna go to his idol, his woman. You know, please save me that day. You know?
Yeah, celebrities and shit.
Yep.
And to the charmers. and to them that have familiar spirits.
That's what they call it, prognostics, prognosticators, the water. Yeah, all the people that have the familiar spirits, trying what they call Butcher Jonas and all that. Yeah. The tarot card readers, the people that your horoscope. You know, they're gonna go to them for answers in that day.
And to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord. And you know, yeah, that could be Donald Trump. You know, he is a cruel ruler. You know how he is dealing with
he's the pharaoh of Egypt.
He don't give a shit.
Yeah. Same thing that happened with the nation of Israel. All right, because that one pharaoh knew Joseph, but the pharaoh after him didn't care about Israel. And then it's when it started. Then when they started showing his true horns, how he felt about them. Same thing with Obama. They hushed the people with Obama. Still getting murdered. And maybe still at the bottom. But here it is. I'm gonna give you another pharaoh that don't give a fuck about you anyway. And to tell you to your face. You know. So I'm gonna give you over into that pharaoh. I'm gonna give you over into Esau Edom, man. That's what it is. You know? And the Lord started doing that. And the Lord, it's been happening for the longest. We've been giving to their hand. But it really started with the northern kingdom over there. People taking that for granted because it's not happening to them right now. Oh, people, infant. Go ahead, brother, please.
They all have the northern kingdom over there. They think they're gonna happen to them. Yeah. Did not the Lord get rid of the
northern kingdom first, and then you got the southern kingdom? Fuck, man.
They're holding nothing to do, man.
You can't outrun this. You know? I mean, we talk about infant children being separated from their parents. Toddlers and adolescents, teenagers haven't seen their parents for almost half a year. You see, you can go to the store and get your Black and Miles, go get your Hennessy, go to the club, fuck off, but it's gonna be a time when they're gonna take your kids from you. And you're gonna be on CNN crying, I don't know why they took my baby. But because it ain't hitting home, that shit don't apply to me. I'm good over here. You know what I'm saying?
Like you're just so different and special from them. Yeah. You know?
I got something for you real quick. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 18. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. So the Lord said, listen, it may not be near you, but I'm going to come to you. Like I always say, the Lord going to bring it to your front door even if you didn't order it. It's going to be delivered, man. His word not going on void. All right? Verse 19. And will begin to make inquisition of them. Inquisition basically means when you're on trial. All right? Or in other words, you've been, what's the word? Yeah, I would say investigated pretty much. Yeah, you've been investigated. All right? You've been analyzed, so to say. All right? What does your analytics look like? All right? What have you done in this flesh? What they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. So the Lord's going to visit us pretty soon. We'll be almost at the end of our captivity right now. Things are popping off. All right, the RFID, this is really the year of Caraco, but you ain't really hearing about it. Here it is, they just passed a bill saying that you can't be speaking with anti-Semitic marks. All right, you can't speak about Islamophobia. You can't speak about bigotry. You can't speak about homosexuality. You can't speak about racism. They just passed a bill. So you know what that makes that? A law. So it's going to be a time that the words you speak, and why Elder Malcolm always say it, man, and to those who miss their freedom to do so. It's going to be a time when your freedom of speech is going to be stripped from you, man. And that's going to be a famine of the word. And then what? Oh, the prophets told you before what you need to be doing. You ride by, hit the horn. Ain't no horn that's going to save you with that thing. You better come eat these words and drink this water. They tripping, bro.
That's right. It's the spirit, man. Heavy. You know? Go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 19, verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord YAHWAH of hosts. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of the vent shall be empty and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither. So it's basically just going how this place Egypt, with spiritual Egypt, America, is systematically getting broken down. You know, how everything is ceasing. The golden city is ceasing. You know, you look at stores and malls is closing down. You got businesses closing down left and right. All right, business is not booming. You know, business is ceasing. And here, you know, Most High is saying how he's going to slowly destroy this place.
Hyperinflation, like I was telling you the other day, you know, you go into Family Dollar or dollar store, and shit ain't $1 no more. Like it's like 160 or 150 something. No, that's $1. That's going to show you that the inflation. That's what $1 is now. That dollar and whatever. It's not $1 ain't $1 no more. So yeah, it's still a dollar store. But you got to be wise and understand that the inflation, man. All right, a dollar that was $1.50 years ago ain't $1 today.
And that's the spirit too, because didn't they just have a report that was saying that like what $300, $400 Dollar Trees or dollar store, Family Dollar stores was gonna be shut down. And then they said they were gonna open it back up and come with a new name. Why are they doing that? Because come on, you can go inside this store and spend $1 for a lighter, for some kitchenware, for plates, for detergent, for canned food. They even got frozen food in Dollar Tree. Bro, they're like, man, we ain't making no money like this because this dollar is being inflated. So now we're gonna have to, you know, get rid of this place. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a club that got shut up. They shut it down, you know, change the interior, put a new name on it. That's all they're doing. But like the brother said, $1 ain't $1 no more. I was in the store with a Jay, and Jay had got the 2 for $1 Dorito chips. He said, man, usually I want to eat this, man, but you know, I'm gonna leave it alone. He said, fuck it, I'm gonna get some. And I said, bro, don't you remember you were able to get 4 of those for $1? I remember that going to the store, Mama would give me $1. I get a 25-cent chip, I can get me a 50-cent honey bun or a 25-cent juicy, or I can get 2 bags of chip, give me some Swiss roll. Bro, for $1, bro, you were balling, and you outside playing all day. Let you get $2, bro. You ain't come back home till the sun go down.
Yeah. $2 is more than enough.
What? When you was a little kid back in the day, but now, man, shoot, you need $1 to get 2 of them bags, man. Yeah, man.
It's one.
It's been one,
you know.
But it ain't $1 though.
Go ahead and read.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 7. The paper reads by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brook shall wither, be driven away and be no more.
Yep. So, hey, what does it say? He shall make the crooked places straight. You know, hey, the Lord's gonna set things in order, man. All right. He said there's gonna be a point in time where we were gonna go into slavery. And, hey, he's gonna send us a redeemer, a savior, and he said, I will plague Egypt with the plagues as I did once before, man. Okay. So this place is going to be heavily plagued, all right, systematically broken down, all right, and we're reading about it right now. All right, that's why things are getting harder for you, man. That's why the cost of living is going up. All right, that's why your interest rates are going up. That's why your food is going up. All right, it's coming, man. All right,
it's beautiful because the demand is not as high as the supply, so we got to make some profit back. So we got to increase. The retail price on our goods now. And then on top of that, it's costing us more money to pay for these goods or these natural resources to make these products. So I need y'all to cover that other end. You know, that's what they do, man.
Hey, you remember what the section I used to work at the gig, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, the food, like after you left, like years later,
right?
They get smart with it. Lower portions, but same prices. Because as I'm opening the box up, I'm noticing the food is smaller, but it's still the same price, and they play on your mind. Instead of changing the price, why don't just give them less food? So you're paying the same amount, but for less of food. That's just how they reverse it.
You know, that's the spirit.
One of the things that they do as well, to back that brother up, is you go to the store and you go get those like Lay's potato chips bags, right? You go get the biggest bag they got. You can go get like the medium-sized bag, the small-sized bag. When you open them up, it's the same amount of chips in all the bags. Another thing, like when you go to McDonald's, right? You can go get a small fry and the largest fry that they got.
I was just gonna say that.
It's the same amount of fries in there. It's just the box that make it look bigger. You see what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, and I think that there's one of the other companies too with the drinks.
Yeah,
drinks. Yeah, it's like the same amount of stuff, but they just give you that illusion that you're getting more out of it, but you're really not, man. You know what I'm saying? Make the package bigger. You got more air in the bag of chips, but you got like, yo, this is like a 50-cent bag of chips in here.
You done bought you a pillow.
Right. Big ass bag for nothing.
Big ass plastic pillow.
Where the chips at?
They ain't changing. Right? People not going out to eat no more. You know, hey, you realize like, damn, this shit hitting the pockets, man. Going out eating all the time. You know,
pockets on that Jenny Craig diet, boy.
And gas prices is farming.
That's why in those restaurants, that's why you see now, they always got what, 2 for $20.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Every restaurant now got a 2 for $20. Why do they got 2 meals
And that's
for $20? Yeah, I mean, you got processed steak,
like cheap food. Yeah, it's like cheap food.
Processed steak. How you got processed steak, man?
Shit, bro.
It ain't supposed to look like this. Is
Yeah. Or you get five wines for $125 a month or $100 a month. Unlimited gigabytes and all that shit. Remember that? You know?
So the grinding is ceasing, man.
Yeah.
Going back to Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. Right? Things are getting harder, you know, harder for you. Because why? That's the Lord just drawing it back. Okay? Because you people have gotten too comfortable here. Or, you know, going back to Micah 2 and 10, rise ye to court, for this is not your rest. Right? You know, because Jake getting rocked to sleep. You don't remember, like, the early years of you coming here, the condition you was in, sleeping in the barns, eating slop, getting your back looked out. You got to remember, the Lord don't want you to get comfortable in here, man. Like the sign the brother got right here. All right? Remember how we got here. Slavery. All right?
And our people be the first one to say that's in the past.
You know?
They comfortable in Egypt, man. And it's the same thing. Pharaoh was whooping your ass when you were building the treasure cities.
But they got used to the whooping.
Pithom, or they got used to it. Man, so you brought us way out here just so we can die?
You'd rather go back
to serve the Egyptians. Yep. That's why we say, y'all come to the Lord, man. Nah, man, we good, man. We safe here, man. I got me a house. You know, my wife and family, the 401k,
It takes faith to leave Egypt.
Exactly.
And like the scripture say, come out of her, my people. It takes faith to leave Egypt and go out into the wilderness. And that's what we did. We going off of faith, man. All right, we following that pillar. That's what we doing. You know, because the thing was, they were migrating, all right, as a whole, so they didn't have time to sit and plant crops and wait for, wait for crops to grow up and spring forth. They didn't have time to do that, so they had to go off of straight faith, and the Lord fed them from the heavens, man. You know?
Shoot, they didn't even have enough time to for the Passover. All you had to do was just throw it in the fire, man. Lord said, don't even, matter of fact, with the unleavened bread. You know, you can put yeast into it, but there ain't enough time for that yeast to ferment, so to say. Unleavened bread. That's how the Lord wanted it, man.
And our people, they rather be afflicted, because why? They know. They don't want to forsake the Lord and come out and serve Him.
And they never did.
Exactly. You know, they don't want to leave Egypt. They trust in the pressure. They know, hey, they feel like it's a sense of security, man. They have no faith in the Lord. Then if I leave Egypt, then how I'm gonna eat? The Lord say, hey, worry not how you shall eat, man. Don't He feed the ravens, man? Okay? They worry about how they gonna eat. But Yahawashi said, if you eat of this bread, you drink of this water, you shall never thirst again, man. But our people just carnal and they don't see it. Okay?
They trust in the so-called white man. They trust in everything the so-called white man and so-called promised to them. They don't realize it's him that's killing you. Like when you go to the doctor, he promised you a cure or a treatment, but you don't realize he don't want to make you sick to begin with. You know? If you want to keep trusting, your oppressor, man. You want to keep worshiping the devil, man, and that's why we're in this predicament that we're in now.
I got something real quick.
So it's hard to go.
Go ahead. This is Sirach. You gotta get out of here. Sirach 5:7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance, man. In your security. You secure, man, because you have the credit card, you have money in the bank. All right, you know I can always go down the street to get me something to eat. All right, the water's gonna be running. I don't have to go out to a well and pump because I'm not used to that. I mean, I don't have a cistern or candles in the house, so my light's gonna be on regardless. I ain't worrying about that, you know. I mean, hey, I eat 4 or 5 times a day. I don't think about fasting. I ain't worried about that. But because you're secure here, man. Well, like you said, Esau has rocked our people to sleep, man. That's why they are the children of the night. Going back to 1 Thessalonians the 5th chapter, because they are in gross darkness. They don't have that light. All right, they walk around with their eyes wide shut. They open, but they can't see a damn thing. They don't have the vision. You know.
Real quick. It's 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And going into the victuals being cheap, yeah, things are getting more and more expensive right now, but at the same time, because people got money in their pocket to do whatever they want to go do. You know what I'm saying? Once you get into an uncomfortable position, that's when you start looking for change, man. Right now, as long as people keep going out spending money, just like with the food stamps, man. And nobody was worried about politics and what was going on to the government shutdown happening. They was scared that you might not get your EBT, all right, or the Section 8 governmental financing that they give you.
You're right. No one was thinking about politics, but then he comes this bitch Cardi B talking about politics because of the government shutdown. Because you want to know why? While you listen to like it, while you living good, your people still struggling. Now your auntie, she ain't get her EBT, she ain't get her SSI. Now it hurting you. See, it's not our rest as the whole people, man. Only if we make it anyway. Go ahead, man.
But so also speaking on that, and they trying to steal the narrative and basically put up again new gods or new idols for our people to worship, man. Cardi B and get them to be thinking and speaking intellectual and stuff like that. That's why you got the other dudes from the Breakfast Club and all that talking to these talking to these politicians because they know these are the people our people follow, man. They're trying to get because they know that they have to address these type of things. So what? All right, we're gonna try to steal the narrative again. Same with the Covington boys. You know the reason they put us on the news is because too many people was finding out about the Israelites, so we had to try to control the narrative. All right, but going back to the victuals being cheap, hey man, people are in that comfortable state right now, man. Because hey, as long as I got a job right now, everything's good. As long as I can get my money, everything will be good. As long as I can keep hustling, as long as my lights on, everything will be good.
That's what that chick said. I'm not asking for a handout. Just give me my job back. If
right.
It's trying, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but I mean, this is pretty much the situation that we in. But once all this go, you know, it's all out the window, then our people gonna start realizing, all right, I gotta go into fight or flight mode. I gotta go into survival mode, man. Fuck everything else. You know, this is why the scripture also said they're not gonna regard their kings or their princes. Like, man, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I gotta eat, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, now y'all ain't got no money for 911 no way, or the court or the judge. So what's the point? I gotta eat. I'm about to go do whatever I gotta go do. But as long as you're comfortable and you can keep getting your paycheck to paycheck, you can keep watching TV, cable, air conditioning in your house, you know what I'm saying, get in your car, go get gas, everything is all good, man. You don't want to see the signs, the writings on the wall, see your ass become like Venezuela, man.
No, give me that one more time.
This is 2nd Ezra 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Now I went into the word victual in the verb, and it says to stock or supply, say a ship or garrison, with provisions to last for some time. All right, so last for some time. So they're thinking they're good because they can still supply themselves with the things that they need and want, even desire in this life. But it's gonna be a time, man, where all that's gonna cease, man. All right, when they close up all those shops.
Got it. I got one more fast. This is Lamentations chapter 4.
Home, boy.
Hey, you trying to get y'all packages on?
This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. And that's our people, exactly, man. It's 18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near.
Ooh, we had it again?
This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets.
And that's the spirit, because when you think about it, it says, they hunt our steps when you walk to the street. The scripture says when you go in the city and when you go out into the field, no matter where you go, you curse. Yeah, that's exactly what they need, man. Matter of fact, think about Zimmerman. What happened with your boy, man? What was his name?
White Devils.
What was his name?
Power of Christ compels me.
Hey, that's just the coon. Hey, but when them devils eat him, what they gonna eat his dumb ass. But they love their oppressors, bro.
You know he's guilty because why would he say so?
Yeah, that's their guilt.
Convicted.
And he's in the back of the pack. Yeah, he's in the back of the pack, following them. He gonna call them white devils because he know he's a traitor. He feel like a traitor because he walking with them, but he'll say, "Oh, white devils." But they very
trying to make fun of it.
Yeah,
hey, that's what they do. They speak the truth. Yeah, speak the truth, but they say
know
like
they're with the devil.
Yeah.
They know they're with the devil, but I'm comfortable with them. I want to be like them. That's why.
Okay.
He said it in like a joking manner. That's why somebody they tell you the truth, but they say it in like a joking way.
Yeah,
and that's what he did. He told the truth, but he said it in a joking manner.
Right. Because Esau them, they know already. Yeah, we the devil. See that, but they ain't say everything, but it had to be our own people. Lo and behold, the coon of them all, Jacob of them all, you know. Anyways,
look, at the same time, just like we was going into, because victims are so good cheap, you know, you're in that comfort zone right now. All right, it's not expedient for him to find out who his enemies are. So he just comfortably just walking around blindly with his enemies. Yeah. But then in that day when shit really pop off, he'll be like, hey John, help me out. Yeah, where you at, buddy? We're gonna come pick you on up. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna string your ass up for real. But if you would have, when you had time and liberty, when you had time and the liberty to sit here and find the Lord, you don't want to seek the Lord. But wait until that day, you're gonna be like trying to call you the same partners up, and them gonna be the same ones. Hey man, they're gonna be your enemy, man. They already your enemy. See what I'm saying? But
because it's not convenient for his lifestyle. You know, you want to be like his
oppressor.
Yeah, his oppressor.
And the scripture said, "Envy not thy oppressor." You follow behind him like a fucking baby.
Yeah, there's this one. He looked like a Jake. I don't know. He might be a Jake, but he, you know, talking something. Oh, look at this, the GMS coons or whatever, whatnot, and this little kid. But I'm like, yo, dog, you making all this mockery and scoff and all this snap because you on YouTube because you want all these followers and be accepted by the so-called white man. But what you don't realize is once the damn, you know, everything collapsed on your ass, like, bro, that's like what we read earlier. Then everybody gonna go back to their own nation. You're gonna go back to your own people, bro. You're gonna start seeing certain shit, you know, like I said, when you talking about the reparations, that's already getting people back to their own self. Because whether, like, bring up reparations around that group of people and see how I divide that whole group. I bet your homeboy like, nah, I think we deserve reparations. They're like, hell no, we should get everything we worked for over here. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna make that divide. The same dude is, you know, like these scoffers on the internet talking about some coons or whatever, whatnot, we're a black coat or whatever, whatnot, so you can get views to pat the so-called white man on his back, you know what I'm saying, make him feel good. But when he go down and you try to come back running towards us, we're gonna already be able to smell it on you. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna already be able to see it on you. Like, nah, though hand want to join the hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Your ass gonna die right along with their ass. You see what I'm saying? Because we already know what to do. We already gonna know the people to look for, you know what I'm saying? And or the people that's gonna be looking, the right people gonna know who to look for. They're gonna be looking for us, while these other coons is walking around talking about some shit like that, man. All right.
Hey, and the funny thing is, he not accepted by nobody now. He had traded his own people, right? And then when shit about to fan out, he gonna run his buddy Esau, and now he not accepted by nobody. You know.
But scarier than that, then he done made himself an enemy to the Most High, man. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like for real, you got your people out here. Yeah, you got your people out here sacrificing their life for your ass. Yeah. And when the so-called white man is coming down trying to kill us and lock us in jail and make us terrorists and shit like that, and we out here trying to tell you who you are. And you want to walk by and scoff and make sounds and make noise and shit like that. But in that day, man, hey man, every idle word, man, you gonna have to take account for, man. Oh, when all this hell's coming down, you gonna be thinking about, oh yeah, El Diablo, the white Jesus, and this and that. Like, yeah, that's true and all, but you was the one making scoffery and laughing about it. Now, you know, you fucked up your head at that point in time, you know? It's like, oh yeah, I know that the white man is the devil, but I ain't claiming no Israelites or whatever, whatnot. Like, polite. So what you gonna do on that day when the so-called white man coming down on your ass like a flood, everybody else coming down on your ass like a flood, and Jacob's trouble? You
Jake already coming after his ass.
Oh, I'm just saying, in that day, who you gonna call on in that day? You ain't gonna go run to the so-called white man.
Yeah, you know I said it's not gonna regard their kings or princes. You know, think about it, so-called black celebrities. 2 Chainz and all them try to come back to their hood and stuff. Right. What's gonna happen to him? He's not gonna make it. They're gonna run all his pockets. You know, and that really, again, no heads, bro. Yeah, he's gonna be an outcast, bro. Yep. We're finishing up on precept. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go on our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. So yeah, people are gonna be finished. You have to accept that judgment.
Go back to what you had?
Yeah, I'll go.
Is that it on that?
No, I'll read Isaiah. We'll go down to 14 verse. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. The Lord Yahawah hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they that have caused Egypt, and they have caused Egypt to err, and every work thereof as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
So the Lord has gathered a perverse spirit in Egypt that, hey, causing every work to error. Right? Nothing they can do to pretty much fix the situation. Scripture say, if so, we would have healed Babylon, man. But she is not healed. All right? So bringing more jobs to America isn't going to bring America back. All right? Bringing more work, like, you know, just anything you think you can do to help this place is not going to bring America back, man. All right? All these people talking about let's love, let's come together. None of that is, division is going to be constantly sown. Evil is going to be constantly sown. All right? And at the end is just great destruction is gonna come, man, and end everything.
Yeah.
Right? It's nothing you can do, man. To prolong the life expectancy of America.
Yeah.
The scriptures say the Lord has set bounds that He cannot pass, man. Okay.
God. And speaking on our people is, you know, again saying we have our people have no proper leadership. So, you know, what are our people going to do when they're in turmoil? They're going to run to Esau. They're going to run to, you know, familiar spirits. And here real fast, Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. So, you know, our people have no leadership, and that's why they're going to be destroyed. They don't want to follow after YAHAWAH.
That was it on Isaiah?
Yeah.
About you got something? Go ahead. Alright. Find that be not curious. Yeah, on how to wicked. Sirach 33 and 23.
No.
No.
Ezra's 9.
No, that's
Be
second
not
half.
curious.
Yeah, that's second half.
Second Ezra's 9. Like I think it's like 12, 13.
Yeah, you can start from there.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and start at verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass.
And the scriptures say, ye hypocrites, you can discern when it's about to storm, all right, but you can't discern the times you're living in.
Right.
And which is hypocrisy, man. Okay, because here it is, you smell the rain, like damn, I can smell it. You can see the clouds getting dark, all right. It just looks gloomy. You can see that, like, yeah, it's about to rain. But you can't see the same things happening to this society,
right,
to this earth. Then the clouds are gathering. Oh, Russia and all these countries talking about going to war. Those are storm clouds gathering, man. But you can't see it. You know, men are looking like women. Women are looking like men.
Yeah.
All right. Wickedness is just increasing. Those are the storm clouds gathering, man. And you can't even determine that. Go ahead.
When thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. And that goes into what is the signs of that coming? You know, what Peter said to Yahushua. This is 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
And that's always constantly happening, man. The scriptures say watch as well as pray.
Right.
So you gotta watch the news, man. You know, we don't have access to go to all parts of the world, but due to the internet, all right, we have access to see all these things that's happening, man. That's why you got ultimate media television. You know, you got news sources outside of American propaganda news source. All right, if you watch your local news, you ain't gonna find out what's going on. All right, and it's all gonna be biased as hell. Okay, it's gonna be Syria attacked Israel, but they didn't play how Israel did a military drill over there, or whatever the case may be, carried out military action over there in their country. Because here it is, that's the thing about Israel. They think they can go operate in any country, bro. So the pride, bro. It's sad, bro. They think they can go in Syria and just drop bombs, like just do military operations right there in somebody else's country. Because wanna know why? America backing them. So Syria, you know, they gonna tread softly, man. But that's the pride. That makes absolutely no sense. That's like you coming in my backyard, bro, and you just start digging holes. Like, yo, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, this is not your yard to be doing that. But here it is. Israel think that they can do these things, man. All right? It makes absolutely no sense, man. The pride. You can smell the pride, man.
Yeah. How he goes out and covers fields. What is that, an Habakkuk?
Yeah, like the Lord set the landmark. The Lord gave everybody their portion. But the so-called white man think he's above that, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Okay. This is 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
Yep.
Even from
the end, all right, from the beginning, before us, it was already prophesied of America being destroyed, man, before we were even here, born. Okay? Go ahead.
It was reserved. It was reserved for fire.
Okay.
But the first was reserved for water. So it's been spoken about being destroyed by fire.
All the way back during Moses, man. He showed Moses the promises, man. A nations of kings and priests. That's gonna happen in the kingdom. But before the kingdom come, what's gonna happen? America gotta be destroyed. So the prophets knew, man, all the way back from the beginning.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end,
Yeah.
and the end is manifest.
You know, it's a time, hey, that's guaranteed, man. If it's materialistic, it's going to get old. If it's a living organism, it's going to die. And what? All going to return back to the dust. Whether it's a living organism or whether it's material.
Lion King, they say it's the circle of life.
Yeah.
You can't escape it.
So all things have a beginning and all things have an end. History itself proves that. Every great kingdom is fallen. And another one has been risen up. That's just how it goes.
And YAHAWASHI's kingdom gonna rule forever, and his kingdom's not here yet. So that's how you know, man, that right now this has to be the last kingdom. All right. Because what the scripture says, the earth is defiled by the inhabitants thereof. What other kingdom do you know in the world, man, that had a great oil spill in the ocean, that polluted the air, that has junk and garbage orbiting the earth? All these satellites and show America, man. Okay? Go ahead, Rob.
Let me put this on.
Would you want me to read?
Yeah, go ahead.
That verse.
Go ahead, man.
5, for the end is made manifest.
Yeah.
God, this is second Ezra chapter 9, verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Can you read it?
Keep going.
God. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs.
God. Now, like the brother was saying, it's the same thing. It's like, yo, it's a good thing that we're able to see these things, all right? So we grab Luke chapter 10, verse 21. In that hour, Yahawashi rejoiced in spirit and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that thou hast hid these things from the wise and the prudent, and revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for it seemed good in thy sight, all things are delivered to me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son, who the Son is, but the Father, and who the Father is, but the Son, and he to whom the Son will reveal him. Verse 23.
Ooh, and he to who the Son will reveal him. Go ahead,
What the scripture saying, Amos 3:7. Surely he will do another.
Lord God do another. Oh, sorry.
His secrets, to his servants the prophets, right? And did not the Lord tell us in the Chronicles, all right, in the scriptures, he have raised up his prophets with time, all right? So he was made clear unto us, man. See, all the time, every time the prophets came on the scene, they knew what was going on, man. They understood the prophecies, man. All right, so that's how it was revealed unto us, man.
That's how you know the men on the highways and byways are, you know, we are called apostles, but we are also the prophets. Because Yahawashi spoke about prophecies and parables to them. Because remember, he said, why speakest thou to them in parables? Because it's for you to know the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but for them it's not. So that's why we have to be those prophets as well.
And he said, unto whom he will, the Son will reveal unto whom he will.
Right. And he said, I'm not ashamed of them. I will reveal I will reveal thy name unto my brethren.
That's right. And that goes back to John the 17th chapter. I have manifested thy name unto the man which thou hast given me.
Exactly. That's it.
How much are the tickets? Made it clear.
So you know it says, and he turned unto his disciples and said privately. Again, you got a separation unto his disciples, the ones that had that discipline that was following him. All right, and then it says he said it to them privately. All right, it says, blessed are the eyes who see the things that you see. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which you see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear and have not heard them. You know, so like, you know, like the brother was reading, you know, all things, can you read that part one more time where it is manifest? Everything has a beginning and an end.
Yep, this is 2nd chapter 9, verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
God, so, but like we was reading the book of Luke, all right, this is going to be only able to be seen by when we go to what is that, Revelation 14, the 144,000. They're the only ones that can learn that new song, right? The 144,000 pretty much going to teach that to the 1/3. This is only able to be seen by the men of the Lord and basically the 1/3, all right? But the rest of the people, they're going to be blinded from this thing, all right?
Because what does it say in Sirach? Blessed is he who's get to see the fall of his enemies. So
Yep.
Yeah, because we're seeing the fall of this kingdom. This is our most greatest enemy, Esau, Edom. You know, we're seeing his downfall. So of course we're rejoicing. This is the exciting times that we're in, because this is a time where what? YAHAWASHI is coming to return. Redemption. And be brought to our first estate.
Scripture say, turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope, man. We get ready to be loose from prison, man. All right, and on to eternal life, man. All right, everything that the prophets, the men of the Lord were wishing, all right, and hoping for and hastening, we in those times, man. All right, and you put the Spirit on us to realize we in that time, so that we can not only seek learning for ourselves, but for also those that seek learning, man. And what is that doing? That's prophesying and sealing the elect daily, man. All right, and that's why he said, be in the Spirit daily, carry your cross daily. Wear that burden, because that burden is a glory, man. All right, so it's a beautiful balance, man. To have this light. Scripture say, blessed is his feet who being shodded with peace, or preaching the gospel of good tidings, man. All right, so that's what we're here to do, man.
And that's the spirit too, because the scripture says the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. Right. And I would say keep your mind on it daily, though. All right. That's right. If whether a brother do 3 videos a week or 4 videos a week, is she gonna get fed daily anyway? Right. It's just that everybody, because you know what, as every job, everybody not a full-time employee, so you go part-time. You know, but you don't want to be a temp. That's what you don't want to be. Hey, you want to be on payroll for sure.
If I may add, because that was beautiful. That's why we have a body, man. Because at the job, you have different positions, different offices, man. Different shifts. And that's just, so brothers on night shift in the spirit, brothers on morning shift, man. That's just how it is. You know, brothers, one brother got a heavier lot, one brother got a heavy position.
Somebody got to be the janitor to clean up some shit sometimes.
Somebody got to be the supervisor.
Somebody got to be the janitor to clean that shit up sometimes. That's right. Right. Get up over here, man.
The spirit, that whole body is being, that whole body is doing that, man. From the head to the feet, you know. That whole body is being made up. What's that? Ephesians 4 chapter. For the perfection of the saints, the work of the ministry, man. So we all come into the unity, man. That's what's happening daily. All right. You say, give him no rest. All right, we're consuming his kingdom and consuming the structure there is, all right, in the rulership, all right, that's present by the words of YAHAWASHI. That's how I always go, man. The prophets are the ministers of flames of fire, man. That's how it went, all right? So I just wanted to say that to the spirit.
Just the spirit, and you know, really, like the scripture says, seek ye your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Because, you know, at the end of the day, man, like you know, brothers always state, I can't go into the kingdom, you know, based off of your faith. You know what I mean? You want to have that faith in the last days, man. You know, because really, man, when you, like, you know, like Elder Gabar said once before, he said you truly gonna see how blessed we are when all hell breaks loose, man. When you know what's going on, man. You know, like, cause bro, it's gonna be crazy. Like, it's gonna be straight confusion. Everybody's like, what's going on? Everybody gonna be running to and fro, like just. Like, damn, like this shit is bad, but you gonna have that stability that like you know what's going on. You know Jacob's trouble coming on. You know the RFID. You got some people out there that don't even know what the RFID chip is, bro. Don't even know what the mark of the beast is, bro. You know? Yeah.
Even going back to that spectacle among men, you know, that's why Scripture say, "Then shall they know who am I chosen." Everybody's gonna be out, you know, in array, and you know we're just gonna have that hedge. Lord's will, you know, we are those men.
You ain't gonna bug out, because these people gonna be bugging out, bro, not knowing what to do. You're gonna already know, because you already been meditating on this, on that day that's coming, that great day. You already been meditating on that day, man. You know, so you know how people like, now I wasn't mentally ready for it. He just ran up on me. Yeah. You weren't ready mentally. You just wasn't prepared, man.
You're not prepared for this.
That's why the scriptures say, you know, watch ye and pray, except that day come upon you unaware, man. All right. Here it is, you know the plan, you know it's supposed to happen, but you ain't really taking heed, you're not really watching. Right? Then when it comes, you stuck out there, man. You're not in the spirit, bro. That's nasty, bro.
I told you what you had to do before you came out here, you know?
And like in the book of what is that, John 3 and like 19 about not coming to the light, man. Hey man, what we doing right now is we out here, we running towards our salvation. We trying to seek salvation while everybody else is hiding from basically their destruction, man. So again, like when you see, like the brother said, when you see these certain things, we gonna know what to do, man. When you see these thermonuclear missiles, oh yeah, we look, that's our salvation coming, because we know salvation right around the corner. Everybody else, they just run from their destruction. Same when you see these terrorists, man. We gonna be running towards our salvation, because we gonna, hey, wisdom and knowledge should be split at that time, right? So we gonna know what those things are, all All right, but everybody else is gonna be their destruction, man. They're running and hiding from their destruction. They're saying, look, that they don't want to come to the light because their deeds are evil, man. They're gonna be exposed to that destruction, man. So they're running and hiding from their destruction while we try to run and hide in our salvation, man, into the truth and YAHAWASHI and His promises, man. That's what we running towards while everybody else is running from their destruction. But one way or another, you're gonna have to face the music.
Because one of the videos you did a while ago about spiritual boot camp, you know, we're being trained up, you know, for the times that we're heading in. That's why, you know, wisdom and knowledge and understanding shall be the stability of that time, because we've been rehearsing these things in our head over and over and over and over and over and over until that situation you're finally in, you know, like it's a game. It's like game day. You've been prepping and game planning, you know, and then finally that game comes, that you already meditated in your mind, that jump shot, that move you're gonna do, that, you know, whatever it may have it,
gonna do,
you know.
I'm already shadowing.
Yeah, you're like I forgot who quoted. Said they already made that jump shot in the head. Yeah, like the game winner. You're supposed to already see that in your head. You know exactly what move you're gonna do, your signature between the legs, step back, whatever you may have it. You're gonna pull up mid range, and it's buzzer. You know the game. You meditate that in your head already. You do that by these scriptures.
It's automatic. So I'm St. John chapter 15, verse 14. You saw that 13. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. So we're friends to YAHAWASHI. That's why he said, no greater love than a man lay down his life for his friend. That's why we say he died for the elect and the 1/3. I mean, all of Israel are going to be saved. But see, we know these things. That's why we are blessed with this. Going back to what the brother said about Elder Apostle Gabar. He said we don't know how blessed we're going to be in that day, because YAHAWASHI has already revealed unto us what's to come. Listen, you my friends. All right, why would I not fight for you? Why would I died for you?
So what makes you not avenge the elect?
And that's right. That's why he said, I will not leave you comfortless. He left you with the comforter, man. These words are what comfort us. All right? Not the money of the society, because man can take all that from you, but one thing man cannot take from you is your faith. All right? That's the most important thing you need in these days, man.
Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him.
So they that put their trust in the Lord, not in society, not in money, not in man, unless it's a like-minded man. Go ahead up.
They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth.
So we trust in the Lord, which is why we understand this truth and we grow in this truth. Rather than trusting in your own mind or in your own spirit, that's when you start to falter. Yeah. Because then you start to get beside yourself. That's why they say wisdom puffeth up. A man like that, he will only wax worse and worse. Because all glory goes to YAHAWASHI, all right? Go ahead up.
And such as be faithful in love.
And so that be faithful in the labor, because you love to do this because you love to feed the sheep. Because the scripture says that there is a hireling that's only for the moment, that's only for that money. But then when the wolves come, what they do, they scat. Because they don't care about the sheep, they just care about getting that money. All right, go ahead up.
Shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints.
So grace and mercy is to his saints, man. All right, we're gonna abide with him in that day, okay? That's why the Lord, that's why YAHAWASHI said, he said he is the shepherd. He said, I gather the sheep, roughly paraphrasing, and he said, no man can pluck them out of my hand.
Yeah. Another thing too, the poor man's wisdom is not heard. It's despised. Here it is. We look like average Joes, just so-called Negroes out here, whatever, and people they'll walk past, man. They ain't got the truth, man. What they saying is not worth listening to.
And we saw that firsthand.
How we look.
The other day, the dude in the Mercedes, how they want to crouch up to the car, speak all softly. Why? Because he has money,
Yeah.
But they don't want to hear what Jake got to say at all. Because got no.
These are the real riches up here, man. The wisdom and knowledge of YAHAWASHI, right here standing before you, man.
Before your eyes, man.
And it's like you don't want to listen, bro. It's sad, bro. But hey, at the end of the day, you gotta go off of like, hey, the Lord said, my sheep hear my voice. So you're gonna have some that's audibly elect, and then just some that just not, man. So that's what kind of keep you going, like, kind of keep your sanity, like, man, like this really is the truth, because prior to that, you would just want to share the truth with everybody and just you want everybody to get it, but in the day that not everybody's gonna get it, man. The Lord has an elect, all right, and He has 2/3, man, and things just got to be fulfilled, all right?
That's right. It says, and it reads, and He hath care for His elect,
Yep,
And that's who he cared about.
That's it. That's all right.
At the end of the day, that's who he cared about, man. Everything else doesn't really matter. All right? John 17, man. He prayed for the elect. Because why? Those are the ones that was going to be seeking him. Those are the ones that the Most High gave him, man. Those are the true servants. The elect men of the Most High. The scripture say they shall never hold their peace day nor night. Those men that you see out there fervently and diligently every week, man. Showing that work and labor of love. And it's not us. It's the Most High. This is the Most High showing his love towards you, man. And this us showing our love towards him. But the Most High got us out here. The Spirit compelled us to come out here, man, preach to our people, whether they here for better. Right now, man, we prophesying to the damn wind, man.
That's right. And loving it.
You know?
Loving it.
But this, man, we know this pleases the Most High. That's why we out here doing it.
That's right.
All right? Psalms 110:3, though. My people shall be willing to dare thy power, man.
That's right.
All right? Because right now, bro, we should have a bunch of people out here listening, man. You know, but it ain't at a point in time. That's going to come. But it should be a bunch of people out here, man, looking for it. But these people, like, really, like, that's why we always say, man, this is a life or death. Like, this is about your salvation.
That's it.
You know, what are you here for? At the end of the day, boy, this is about your salvation. Stop playing, man. You know?
It's real.
Yeah. That's why it was in Isaiah, seek the Lord while he may be found, because people think that it's going to be around all the time, you know. And talking about that security, when you brought it out, people just think everything is just going to be there. They think they're going to be able to go home and lay down in their bed and go on the computer and grab their snacks and make dinner and talk to their neighbor and stuff like that, you know. But all that stuff's is gonna come to an end.
So,
yeah, I was in second Ezra.
No, go ahead. Do your thing, brother. You go to the Spirit.
Go ahead.
This is Second Ezra chapter 7, verse 42. He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Go ahead, bro.
In the beginning of the immortality for to come.
That's beautiful. In the beginning of the immortality to come. What it feels like to live forever, man. To not get sick. All right? The scripture say, those that wait upon the Lord, all right, shall mount up with eagles. It's eagles. I said wingles.
Wingles. You want some Pringles now?
I'll put it together. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. All right, water. All right, they shall run and not be weary, man. Not faint, roughly paraphrasing, man. That's the beginning of immortality, bro. You want to wake up, man? I got a, it's like I got chest pain right now, like just a little stabbing feeling. Like you ain't gonna feel none of that shit no more, man. You know, your knees ain't gonna hurt.
Man, I know. I'm walking back.
The toes ain't, yeah, like
I'm a boxer,
you know,
racing around. Hey, no,
none of that shit not gonna happen no more, bro. You gonna be righteous, man. This is the beginning of immortality, to be a god, man. To really know what it feels like to live.
Right now.
You know? Because right now it's like this flesh. You can feel this flesh like a... Yeah, like you just want to break
I don't know
forth.
why my arm itching and
yeah,
shit.
you
Why
just
my-
feel
Yeah,
trapped. You literally feel trapped, man.
gotta keep cleaning this funky shit, man. And,
You know?
test this toe.
Because this is that time we're coming into. All you know, the great righteous men before us, they've been waiting a long time for this day to come. You know, and it's here. It is near. You know, and us being putting up on top of the nations and being back, you know, where we were from the beginning, and being back with our power forever. That's the time we're heading into. You know, and this is that last time. You know, and that's it.
Yo, that so-called alien invasion, man. Bringing some shit that's not of this world. You know? Like, bro, like, the stuff real power. You know, Esau think he got power, man. When YAHAWASHI come back, he gonna show you true power. The highest power. That's why we call him the most high God. Because God, Allah, which means power, but this is the most highest power that you that's out there, bro. The highest power. That's and they call him the highest, right?
The high and lofty.
You know?
They call him the king of gods.
Call my stunting, man. You gonna really know what power is when
you find out, man. Y'all NCAA status. We in EVA around here, man. Y'all D League and shit, bro.
It's gonna be something they ain't gonna be able to deal with, man.
It's gonna be something, man. It's gonna be something that the spirit won't be able to comprehend.
Hey, when it says their hearts failing them for fear, some people just gonna have straight heart attack.
Like the ball. He found that baby for the Slayers ass.
They would be
Yeah,
close,
right
man.
there. And then David told his wife, "Come here."
5%.
Anybody else got a
Oh, yeah, some more.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, it
Yeah,
says,
you take it.
it says, in the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, intemperancy is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown.
Righteousness is growing, and that's what's happening, man. The name of the Most High is being proclaimed throughout the earth. All right, it's been a long time, man, since this happened. Yeah. Israel calling on the name of YAHAWASHI because he hid his face from us, man. Now that's taking place. Now that is happening. You understand the times we're living in? The Lord has given his name back to us. He has revealed himself back unto us again, man. That's a miracle in itself. Like, but people don't understand that. They don't take this thing seriously. That's why it's only for the elect. At the end of the day, man, don't lose your breath, man, to pass out trying to, convert somebody. They don't get it. They just, do your part, man. Go out there and prophesy the word. But other than that, man, you just got to keep moving. Keep preaching the word. Keep doing what you're supposed to do as a brother. All right. Be as righteous as you can. But man, other than that, man, these people they're just not gonna get it, man. All right. Here it is. The Most High revealed his name unto us, and you got people that was blaspheming the name, speaking against the name of the Most High, not taking it seriously, saying you can call the Most High whatever you want to call him. All right, taking this thing as a joke. You about to swap?
Yeah, I'm finna swap out.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.